Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic night. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. Big announcement, of course, is that tomorrow we start our 48-hour stream. We are seeking to raise $10,000 in honor of 10,000 subscribers, as we are really close to getting to the 10,000 subscriber marker, and we're doing it in honor of my brother Mitchell, and we're raising money for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation. We're going to be live for 48 hours tomorrow. We made all the live streams last night. We're pretty much all good to go, so that's why we took off last night and wanted to make sure that I gave myself a lot of time to just figure out logistics and just get everything set up for tomorrow, because tomorrow's a really, really big day. If you guys can join, I would really appreciate it. If you guys could spread the word, I would really appreciate that too. There's posts that I've made on my community tab. Please go look at them. Please keep updated with everything that we are posting on the community tabs, because that's what we're trying to do. So obviously we got a Sixers game to do tonight. And the 76ers are facing elimination right now. They did not play well in their last game. They really just wet the bed. And hopefully tonight they get a good performance from Joel Embiid. I think that there were some jitters in the last game. I also feel like at times we saw Tyrese Maxey become a little bit more hesitant. And he was a guy that just looked like he was a shell of himself. And same thing with VJ Edgecombe. So how did they respond tonight with the season on the line? The first night that they face elimination in this series. What are they made of? What are they going to do? What types of plays are we going to see from this Philadelphia 76ers team? How is Nick Nurse going to maximize everybody's minutes? Is this Nick Nurse's last game as a 76er? I mean, these are all questions that I feel like are very valid. And when I look at this team and I see what they have out there, they don't have a lot of depth. And they're really just going to have to try to use the starters as much as they can. But how is Nick Nurse going to be able to coach in this sort of a Game 7 type of an atmosphere? Because I really didn't think he did a good job with the adjustments that he made in the last game. Andre Drummond was playing a lot of minutes, and he just didn't substitute at times, did not go to Dominic Barlow when they needed a rebounder. Same thing with Jabari Walker. When the guys are struggling out there, you know, they just decided to stay with their lineups, and they didn't make any sort of adjustments, and I didn't really see a lot of play call adjustments either throughout the game. And that was something that really bothered me. The 76ers, in their very last game that they played, they came out, they looked very lifeless out there, and I thought maybe, just maybe, when they went on into halftime, that they would get a little bit more juiced up, that they would get a little bit more fired up, and that was not the case, and they came out very flat in the third quarter. Boston was getting so many offensive rebounds in that game. At one point, they out-offensive rebounded the Philadelphia 76ers 8-0. That stuff just cannot happen. I don't care who's out there on the court. If you're in the playoffs, you can't be getting out-hustled by this Boston Celtics team or just by anybody. You have to go out there and you have to play better. So we'll get on into the starting lineups in just a little bit. I do want to make sure that I say hello to everybody that is here in the chat. I saw that Haley was here. I saw that Daniel was here. Hardcore's also here. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Hardcore. Good to see everybody on here. Joel C., thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. I am going to keep reminding people that we are doing this fundraising stream tomorrow, and we start at 8:45 a.m. Eastern time. The stream will actually begin at 9 o'clock, but I want to obviously start the timer a little bit early. So here is our 48-hour stream. Let me make sure that I get that up right now and take the time to actually copy and paste the links. But yes, okay. Let me do that right now. Here is our 48-hour live stream first video link for tomorrow. We are streaming for 48 hours to raise 10,000 for familial dysautonomia in honor of my brother. Yep, is this too long of a message? It is. 1 second. I gotta make sure that I write this again. Or tomorrow. There we go. Good stuff. There we go. Good. Who else is here? Who else is here as well? Andrew is here. What's up, Andrew? Fuqua's also here as well. Let's go. I'm saving my super chats for tomorrow. Let's go, baby. We did set everything up as a charity stream, so you will the charities. So this is going from all the way from Wednesday until Sunday. It does start at midnight, but we're obviously not going to be streaming until 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. But when you click on this stream that I have right now, you'll see how much has been donated, and you'll be able to get donate just directly to them. You don't have to super chat me. Please do not super chat me, because none of the super chats, YouTube takes 30% out of that. But when it comes to doing donation streams, they don't take any percentage out of it. So please do not super chat me, even though I appreciate it, and it would definitely go towards the Dysautonomia Foundation. I want them to get full credit for sure. So yes, there we go. How much percentage is is the cause of the money? I literally just answered that. It's funny. I also will have their donation link page up there too. So if you want to donate through the website, that's totally fine. If you want to do it through YouTube, that's totally fine too. Last year when we did it, YouTube didn't approve this as a nonprofit organization. I thought that maybe I would get it approved beforehand, and I did not. I did it like 3 weeks in advance, and they still never approved it. But for this year, it is definitely approved. So let's go. LPS is looking forward to it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. All right. Let's get on into the starting lineups for tonight's game. Where are we? There we are. Good. Love to see it. So yeah, YouTube does not take any percentage out when you post it as a charity stream, and so that's all good. Okay, so the 76ers ready to take things out on the court out at TD Garden against the Boston Celtics. We will get you the starting lineups for the Philadelphia 76ers in just a few seconds. But obviously the question becomes, how are they going to stop Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? And really more of my other question too is that when they actually did a good job stopping those two in the first half, the person that really crushed them was Peyton Pritchard. So what's the game plan in regards to Peyton Pritchard for this game tonight? How are they going to try to take him out of the game? Because he's been really good for the Boston Celtics, and he's been their X factor, if you will. He's a guy that comes on off the bench. He's a really good shooter, a very good playmaker as well, and he just is a workaholic for sure. And he makes you really try to just play as much defense as he possibly can, and he gives you a lot of really tough play out there. So the starting lineup tonight for the Philadelphia 76ers, you got Tyrese Maxey at the 1, VJ Edgecombe at the 2. At the 3, it's Kelly Oubre. And then at the 4, it's Paul George. And at the 5, it's Joel Embiid. And so the Celtics playing out at TD Garden, taking on the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 5 of this best-of-7 series. The Celtics starters, they have Derek White in their starting lineup at the 1. At the 2, it's Jaylen Brown. At the 3, it's Sam Hauser. And then at the power forward position, you got Jason Tatum, and Nehemiah Skata will be playing at the 5 position. And so we should be ready to get things started in just a few seconds. I will also change the scoreboard right now. I don't know why I didn't change it before, but here we go. This should be up and running, and this is good. Great, great, great. Celtics are in their dark black and green uniforms with the green Celtics letters on the front side of the chest. They also got their last names painted on the back of the jersey in white and the numbers right below that in green. The 76ers, they're starting their uniforms for tonight. They got the white and the blue jerseys with the white stripes going down each side of the jersey. And so Phila text is over on the front side. Then you got their last names painted in blue, outlined in red. And, of course, the numbers in blue outlined in red as well on the back side of the jersey. So, once again, it's Tyrese Maxey, it's VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., Paul George, and Joel Embiid for the Sixers. We're ready to get things started. Embiid and Kata go up against each other for the tip-off, and it'll go into the Sixers' direction. Let's go. We are now 9 subscribers away, chat, from getting to, or 8 subscribers, I should say, from getting to 9,800. Embiid for a 2. That one won't go. It was an elbow jumper, and the Philadelphia 76ers were going from left to right. The Boston Celtics heading from right to left. And so a floater by White, that's no good. Good job by Maxey to box out his defender, and he picks up the basketball for the 76ers. Screen for Joel Embiid, or from Embiid, over to Tyrese Maxey. Sixers swing it around. George for 3, wide open, cans it. And it's good. Paul George. Hopefully he's able to get things off to a good start for the 76ers because they could really use some solid play from him on both the offensive and on the defensive side as well. It's Derek White rolling down the lane. Floater is up, and he connects. And it's a 3-2 game. Tyrese Maxey was trailing right behind him. Tried to block it, and Derek White able to make the 2. Boston leads the series 3-1. Sixers trying to extend it to a Game 6. Here's Oubre for 3 for Philadelphia. In and out it goes. Derek White was hoping for an offensive foul called on Joel Embiid. The refs didn't see it. And so the Sixers play defense on the other side. Tatum with a behind-the-back bounce pass that goes to Brown. Brown is being guarded heavily by Kelly Oubre Jr. A shot's up, no good. Brown wanted the foul call there. They were not going to give it to him. It's Edgecombe who gets it for the Sixers. A handoff over to Maxey. Behind-the-back bounce pass to Embiid, who's at the top of the key. And one more handoff to Oubre as he rolls to the basket and puts it up and puts it on him with the left hand. Already 2 minutes into this ball game, and the Philadelphia 76ers are on a 5-2 start out at TD Garden. Kata will pass it over to Jason Tatum. His defender is Paul George. Tatum for 3. Way too strong. Kata tips it back outside to Hauser, who tries to tie the game and won't be able to do so. Embiid comes up and corrals the miss for the Sixers. Embiid with a handoff to George. George for 3. A hand in his face, and it doesn't even matter. Still able to swish it from that near corner. Paul George is on fire to start off this game. And then Oubre gets called for a reach-in foul against Jaylen Brown. Or are they going to call it on Paul George? Regardless, Paul George off to a great start. He's made both of his threes, and he is 2 for 2. So there was a foul that was called, and the foul was on Kelly Oubre Jr. We were certainly correct about that. And here's another whistle called, and this is going to be a turnover on Boston. Sam Hauser gets called for an offensive foul, and it'll be Philadelphia basketball with 9:20 to go in quarter number 1. Who else is on here? Who else is here? Brian's here. Shantae is here. What's going on? George for 3. Not that time. He's human. He's 2 for 3 from downtown. And Keita got the rebound. A handoff to Tatum, who takes it down the lane, hands it back off to Jaylen Brown. And Brown back to Tatum again. It's Joel Embiid guarding Tatum over on the perimeter. Tatum with a step-back 3. It's up, and it's no good. Oubre corrals the miss and does an excellent job boxing out Nehemiah Keita. Sixers getting active on the glass. Edgecombe for 2. No. And the ball is tipped by Hauser. Embiid was supposed to corral that, but Hauser got a hand on it. And Boston with possession on the other side. Brown with the floater. The ball goes out of bounds. Brown is getting hacked by a lot of Sixers players, including Kelly Oubre Jr. and VJ Edgecombe, and he's getting a lot of attention, a lot of blitzes on Jaylen Brown. That's been really good. 8:25 to go in this first quarter of play. George, another 3 for the Sixers. That's a little bit too strong. Not a good shot there by Paul George, but he thought, you know what? If it ain't broke, why not fix it? Brown takes a step in towards the baseline and is able to jam it on home. He got his defender on a pump fake there at the three-point line. That was Paul George, and he just was able to go all the way to the rack for that. Here's a shot that's up by Embiid, and that is off the mark. Brown rebound. Pass back outside to Tatum for a wide-open tray. And that's no good. White tipped it into the hands of Maxey. Now it's Edgecombe, who's front-running here for the Philadelphia 76ers, and dumps it back to Tyrese Maxey as the defense catches up. Maxey spinning, rolling, fading away, and connecting on the 2. A 10-4 start for Philadelphia. They've been shooting the ball very efficiently from the field in this game. They have made 2 out of 6 threes and are also shooting a total of 36% from the field in this game. Maxey crosses over about 3 times, bounce passes it over to Embiid from near wing to far wing for a 3, and Tatum corrals his miss. That's his second rebound of the game. Outlet pass to Derek White. Edgecombe on him. And now Keita gets it with about a couple of feet inside the nail and distributes it back over to Jaylen Brown. Brown with a pass to White. Pick and roll offense to Keita as he stops on a dime and bounce passes it over to Keita. And Keita is able to connect with the easy 2. 4 for 11 is what the Sixers are shooting from the field. Boston is 3 for 10. They're also 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Maxey gets space, puts up a 3, and chucks it up and can't get that one to fall. It's Jaylen Brown who is able to catch his miss. Didn't even have to jump up for it. Now attacks downhill against Tyrese Maxey. Is he going to get help there? No, but Maxey deflects it, and George gets the deflection on it too. And Embiid comes away with a steal. That was a terrible pass made by Jaylen Brown. Embiid for 3 for the Sixers. Not that time. Sixers settling for a lot of threes. And they got to be a little bit more aggressive. 6:09 to go in this first quarter of play. Boston takes a timeout. The Sixers are up by 4 points. They started off strong, and then just over their last couple of possessions when it comes to their three-point shooting, they've just been very inconsistent, I should say, and they have not been the aggressive team. Neither has Boston, though, but the Sixers lead it by 4 with 6:09 to go in this first quarter of play. All right, chat, how we feeling? Where are we tapping on in from tonight? Let me know down below. Oh, boy. Let's go. We are 208 subscribers away from getting to 10,000 subscribers. 208, baby. Let's go. Josh is here. I'm not happy with Joel settling for those threes. He's got to pull out. He's got to pull up from the midi, take the free throw line jumpers. I want to see him down low on the block, JC. That's what I want to see. But you know what? If he's operating at the nail, we know that he can be very aggressive. Where are we tapping on in from? We got Maryland in the chat. LP! What's up, LP? Shout out to you. fist bumps all around. Ben Tile's back. He says, hi, JJ, from Eastern Kentucky. Shout out to Eastern Kentucky. Woo! Let's go. Paul George made his first 2 threes of the game. Then missed his last 2 threes. But he is leading the Sixers in scoring with 6 points. Oubre has 2. Maxey has 2. And that's it so far. Embiid 0 for 4 from the field. Edgecombe 0 for 1 from the field as well. Folks, if you are new to my channel, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Just a reminder, we are starting our 48-hour charity stream tomorrow. It actually technically kicks off at 12 a.m., but we'll be live at 9 a.m. We're going to be seeking to raise $10,000 in honor of my brother for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation. My older brother Mitchell passed away with FD. That's the abbreviation of it. He passed away with it back in 2020. And in honor of getting close to 10,000 subscribers, I really want to try to do something nice. And what a nicer way to do it than just to honor him, because I'm not doing this if it weren't for him. So here's the link for tomorrow's stream. We are streaming for 48 hours, chat. 48 hours. We're keeping the camera rolling. Are we sleeping on stream? Yes. But we will be keeping the cameras rolling for 48 hours. We have all 8 streams up and ready to go. We have our backup streams ready too. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of baseball content tomorrow. A lot of educating as well. And it'll be quite a day just to honor him. Greensboro, North Carolina is in the house. Doug is also here from D.C. What's up, Scott? What's up, Doug? Final score predictions. Comment them down below. What are your final score predictions for this Philadelphia 76ers game? I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Who do you think is going to get the W tonight? And who do you think is going to be the MVP of this game? Let me know down below. All right, so the Philadelphia 76ers started the game shooting 3 for 5 from the field. And ever since then, they've gone 1 for 8. Boston started off 0 for 5 from the field, and they are 0 for 5 from downtown. They've made a couple of baskets, though, including a couple from Jaylen Brown. Here's a foul line fadeaway jumper by Jaylen Brown. Speaking of the devil, and he's able to connect and make a step back 2. Jaylen Brown was getting blitzed on early to start off the quarter, and well, they got him in a one-on-one situation, and he makes his second bucket of the game. Edgecombe on a catch and shoot for a 3. Bullseye! He knocks it down. Excellent shot there by VJ. He was really cold in games 3 and 4 from beyond the arc and just could not hit any corner threes at all whatsoever. Tatum for a 2. Excellent defense by VJ. And Oubre jumps up and corrals the miss for Philadelphia. It's Maxey with a zipper over to Joel Embiid. Behind the back, in between the legs, bounce pass back to Maxey. They play a little game of catch, and now it's Oubre who goes up for a 3-point shot. Nice screen by Embiid, but the Sixers not able to cash in on the 3-point opportunity. Tatum gets past Paul George and is able to just lay it up and lay it on in with his excellent footwork. So Tatum responds and gets his first 2 points of the game. Maxey with a bounce pass to Embiid. Embiid for 2. Connects. Joel Embiid answering back and providing the response against Jason Tatum. Brown with a layup inside. In and out it goes. And the basketball gods said, It twirled around the world and just could not get the soft touch. Edgecombe with a floater inside. Not that time. The refs are just letting both teams play, and they've been pretty physical against each other on both sides of the court. It's Tatum over at the elbow. Now he takes it downhill, almost lost his dribble, and he's able to lay it up and lay it on in. Tatum with 2 straight layups for Boston, and just like that, they're down by 3. It's Maxey driving it over towards the foul line, steps back for a 2. Not a good shot there from Tyrese Maxey. And 3:50 left to go in quarter number 1. This is for a tie from Brown. Can't get it. Oubre, rebound. And a handoff to VJ Edgecombe. Sixers starting five still out there. It's Maxey, Edgecombe, Embiid, Oubre, and George. Embiid on the pick and roll. Couldn't get the left-handed floater to fall. Just too strong. And Kada gets blocked for a two. And then I thought that maybe George fouled him. He did not. And George just didn't stay on him. And Kada got the easy pass right over at the layup line and made the two-pointer to make it a 1-point deficit. Tyrese Maxey just misfired a three. Boston's on a little bit of a run. They're on an 8-2 run, or a 6-2 run, that is. And it's Jaylen Brown with a floater inside, count it, and a foul, and Boston has their first lead of the game. Now it's an 8-2 run, and Brown will push to try to get it to a 9-2 run. And the Sixers will take a timeout. 2:59 to go in quarter number one. Sixers have been not so good on the defensive side over the last couple of minutes, and they need a little breather, and Nick Nurse wants to re-rally the troops. Oh, boy. Dang it. That's not good. Obviously, it's a game of runs, but you figured that Boston was going to go on theirs, but the Sixers' defense just got a little bit cold, and that's not good. Started off strong. How are they going to end the first quarter, chat? That's what I want to know. Who else we got here? Grace is also here. Grace is here. What's up, Grace? Yes, Sirski, what's going on? What is up, chat? It is so good to see you guys. I'm all fired up. I'm all ready for this game. I'm ready for tomorrow. Man, I'm a little bit nervous about tomorrow, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got to make sure that we drink a lot of water. We got the Gatorades in the fridge. They're all good to go. A lot of exercising tomorrow. Once again, folks, we are doing our first fundraising stream of the year. Starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We'll be on for 48 hours. You heard that correctly. We're on for 48 hours. And this is how it's going to go. I'm going to share with you the link that we posted today in the announcements. Here is the link if you guys want to go check this out. This has all the streams. And the next link that I'm going to post for you is the announcement that we made 5 days ago. This is what it looks like. 1 second. Where is it? There it is. I'm excited about tomorrow, too. I think I pressed the wrong button, chat. I do. 37 likes. Thank you guys so much for hitting that thumbs up button. I'm so excited about tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun together. Yeah, these next 2 days are going to be crazy. And if you stay up late, whoever stays up late, too, that's you're going to be in for a lot of fun things. We got some Q&As. We're doing some immaculate grids together. And we'll be chilling. We'll be chilling. We'll be talking. And we'll be trying to do something for the good. And that's what I care about. I'm not just a play-by-play guy. I want to be able to do some good things. So, that's what I care about. Who else is live? We got Dr. Delay live. Shout to RB. He's live, too. Who else is live? BW's live. Feels weird. Like, I'm not doing baseball, and yet all these baseball creators are live. But it is what it is. There'll be a lot of baseball tomorrow. It's crazy, man. I did the research for tomorrow, okay? And last Wednesday, these are the stats that I found. So last week, there were a total of 131 runs scored last Wednesday. The Wednesday before that, there was 128 runs. So imagine all of the squats, all the jumping jacks, and everything that we're going to do. It's going to be unbelievable, and we're probably going to be sore. There were also 36 homers hit last week, and there were also 36 homers hit 2 Wednesdays ago, too. But then you had to factor in Thursday, so there were over 220 runs last week and the week before that. That's how many jumping jacks and squats we're probably going to do. It's going to be unreal. All right, the free throw by Jaylen Brown. It's no good. Thanks so much, Ben Tile. Way to use your platform to do good for others. I really appreciate that, man. You know, I'm trying to make a positive impact. That's really what I care about. Maxey with a floater. Teardrop. It's good. Good stuff. All right, back to our program. 17-16, Boston down by a point against the 76ers. Here's Peyton Pritchard, who zips it outside to Shireman for a corner three, and he knocks it down. It's just too easy for Shireman as he cashes it on in. Celtics are 1 for 7 from beyond the arc. Sixers 3 for 9. Maxey rolling to the basket. Walsh is on him over on the baseline. He'll try to post him up. He steps back and cashes in the 2. And Philadelphia ties it back thanks to Tyrese Maxey. Vucevic trying to roll over to the basket, but he hands it off instead over to Shireman. And now Drummond has to step up on him. Both teams have their second units out there. Pritchard steps back and is able to get the soft touch on the 2 and hit the elbow J from about 11 feet. And it's a 2-point lead for the Boston Celtics with 95 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. Maxey with a 3. Not that time. So Tyrese Maxey so far struggling, 3 for 7 from the field, has not made a 3 in this game. Vucevic with a tray, and that's no good either. Walsh gets the offensive board over Quentin Grimes, and Jaylen Brown now trying to spin around, zip it outside to Vucevic, and his three-point shot won't go. Thank goodness George was able to corral his miss, and the Sixers have the ball once more. Sixers started off shooting very well. Boston has made their adjustments. George trying to back down his defender. He steps back, tries to go up with a 2, and it's a little bit off to the right side. 45 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. Sixers getting outdone here by the Boston Celtics. It's been a scrappy game so far. Pritchard has Andre Drummond on him, and now it's Vucevic who trails ahead and goes up with a slam and dunks it on home. They got Andre Drummond in a little bit of a trance, and that's why Vucevic was able to attack and go to the basket and just make the easy 2. 23-19, 8 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Maxey on the drive, Maxey with a scoop, and Maxey with a score. Left-handed finish. He was like, I'm going to go to my right or my left. Doesn't matter. I'll still be able to make it anyways. 23-21, shot clock's unplugged, and it's Jaylen Brown in the attack against Andre Drummond and Kelly Oubre Jr. He'll bounce pass it over to Vucevic. It was a good shot. Couldn't get it off to the right side, though. It was a little bit short, and the Sixers get the rebound, and that's going to do it. So we'll take a very quick step off. Philadelphia trails by 2 points. 23-21 is the score, and we're going to go on into quarter number 2 when we come back. Welcome back on into Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. We are 208 subscribers away from getting to the 10,000 marker. If you have not done so already, please spread the word. Please tell your friends, your family members about this channel. It would mean the world to me. We are trying to get to that 10,000 marker, and we've been grinding our butts off for it. It is free. Subscribing to the channel and liking this video is free. So make sure that you guys do that if you have not done so already. If you are new to my channel, I want to know who are you guys rooting for, and I want to know what got you into being either a Celtics fan or a Sixers fan or just a sports fan, period, because I love learning about my people. I do. I love it. We do like an old school radio play-by-play style of a call, but we obviously engage with chat. We love it when you guys get active down below. It's a beautiful thing. So the storyline of this game so far, Paul George got off to a really good start for the 76ers. He made his first 2 threes, and the 76ers have not really been able to come up with that secondary counterpunch. Philadelphia got off to a good start. You saw Joel Embiid roll into the basket a couple of times and a couple of really good passes, too, from Tyrese Maxey. But then Boston went on their run, and the Sixers haven't been able to make as much of an impact. They've been getting rebounds. That has not been the problem. The problem has been that the Sixers have not been able to take care of the basketball, and they're not putting up good shots. Now, part of it is also a credit to Boston's defense because Boston has more talent than the Philadelphia 76ers do, but you still want to try to see the 76ers being a little bit more aggressive and not have Embiid settle for threes. Try to have him get a little bit more on the block, if you will. Here's Tatum stepping into a three-point shot, and he can't connect that time. Dominic Barlow is out there for the Sixers. The Sixers lineup, they got Maxey, Embiid, Edgecombe, Barlow, and Grimes. I actually like this lineup. Grimes takes it over to the logo and now has to pass it back over to Embiid, and Embiid takes a three and can't connect. It was a good try. I mean, he had a good look. Just could not cash it on in as it hit the backside of the rim. Joel was 0 for 4 from downtown. He's 1 for 4 shooting-wise, or 1 for 7, I should say, shooting-wise from the field. And here's a rebound that's tipped as the three-point shot by Boston is off the mark. It's Grimes back over to Embiid. Embiid hands it off over to Maxey. Maxey takes an elbow J, but they're going to call an offensive foul on Joel Embiid for setting an illegal screen. That was against Jordan Walsh, too. They call it a moving screen on Joel. And that was the right call. So here we go, a 23-21 game. Boston up by 2. Pritchard on the pick and roll, puts up a 2, and he's fouled. And he will head to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. That is Joel Embiid's second foul that he has committed in less than 5 seconds. I noticed that Boston is just not afraid to run these pick and rolls. And they're doing it with guys like Pritchard and Kada. And they've done a very good job at executing. If they're not making the threes, they're trying to get a little bit more creative. And the free throw is up, and it's in by Pritchard. So it's a 5-point lead for Boston. Joel, in 10 minutes, has just 2 points and 4 assists as well. They'll give it to him again down low on the block. It's Garza guarding him, Embiid for 2, and that's what makes Joel Embiid unstoppable. When he's able to get down low on the block in his position and make shots like that, that's what he has to do, and that's what Boston has not allowed him to do so far. A floater that's up, and it's good by Garza, and he has his way against Joel Embiid. Embiid didn't even want to put a hand in his face, nothing. 28-23. Boston has scored 12 points off their bench. The Sixers have no bench points whatsoever. Embiid zips it out to Edgecombe for a three, and that's too strong again. Barlow tries to fight for the rebound. He got it. I don't know how he did. He had two Celtics on him, but that was impressive. Edgecombe telling Embiid to step up here. Joel Embiid steps back, fades away. The two-pointer is good. He got the friendly roll to go. It swiveled out, and then it hit the back of the rim and went on down the drain. A three-point lead for the Celtics. Garza will distribute it over to Derek White, who drives it inside, hands it off again over to the far right side. That's Jordan Walsh, who gets it, and Walsh will distribute it to Pritchard for an easy layup and get himself a 5-point lead. Get him and the Celtics a 5-point lead it is. Grimes will loft it inside over to Embiid. Help comes. Embiid swings it outside to Quentin Grimes, and Grimes throws it away. Jason Tatum with an easy handoff there. And here's a two. Edgecombe played great defense, just better offense from Jason Tatum, who has a little bit of a size advantage against him. Grimes looking to try to pass it over to Joel Embiid over on the block. Embiid gets fouled, and he will head to the line to shoot two free throws as he got fouled on the block again. The other thing that I noticed, too, is that Quentin Grimes, they're trying to make him into a playmaker, and when he's getting stuck out there, it seems like that he just can't hand it off to the big fella, even when he is getting into his spots, and Boston has done a very good job trying to recognize that. 12 minutes for Embiid in this game, 6 points. He's 3 for 9 from the field, has not made a three in this game. He's 0 for 4. Joel and the Sixers trail by 7. The first free throw by Joel Embiid. Too much mustard on that one. We're at the 42-like marker. Liberty is also here. What's going on, Liberty? Embiid just gets rebounds. I'll be okay, says Liberty. What's going on, my guy? Shout out to you. Hopefully you do well. We're about to get our doors blown off. Sounds to me like Boston's a bit cold. It returns to average. It's over. We needed game 3. JoJo and Animal for returning, but I don't remember that ever working, says Mr. Man Created God. What's going on, man? Good to see you on here. 112-103 Philly. More final score predictions. Let me know down below. Joel at the line, trying to go 1 for 2 from the line, and he does. Vucevic will come back on in for Garza. Excellent. And George steps on in for Tyrese Maxey as well. Taylor Shireman is also the new sub for Jordan Walsh. They decide to get a little bit lengthier. Vucevic for 3. And that one goes down the drain with ease. Embiid could not play any defense on Nikola Vucevic. And Vucevic able to hit him with a 3 from the top of the key. It's a 9-point lead for Boston. They've provided 17 points off their bench. Edgecombe on a drive. Looking to get fouled by White, and he does. I'll have to go to the line for a couple of foul shots. 103-102, says Benzino. What's going on, Benzino? What is up? I like your prediction, Katie. 112-103. Any more predictions? James is also here. What's up, James? How you doing, my guy? Foul shot number 1 for VJ. Not that time. Missed the first free throw as it hit off the front iron. Oof. 3 minutes for Vucevic. 5 points. And he's 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. Once again, Joel, thank you so much for the sub. If you did subscribe to the channel and you did not get a shout-out, it's not because I don't like you. It's not because I play favorites. Your subs are just not public for whatever reason, and I never got a notification that you subscribed. The second free throw by VJ Edgecombe. And it's an 8-point deficit. Excellent. Pritchard being guarded by Barlow. Pritchard wants to give it back over to Nikola Vucevic. Here's a dribble handoff that goes to Derek White. White is going to attack Quentin Grimes, and Quentin's defense has just not been so good in this game. They are attacking him. It's like it's 5-on-4 basketball with him out there on defense. George gets it over on the baseline, gets past Shireman, zigzags past him, and is able to dunk it on home. What great footwork that was from Paul George. PG8 in action. 8 points for him. And he's 3 for 6 shooting wise from the field. Tatum will get fouled by Barlow. And some more free throws will be coming on up for Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Sixers have just not been able to stop the Celtics, who are on a 15-8 run. And again, they just continue to attack Quentin Grimes for whatever it is. We're at 49 likes. We're not even halfway done, baby. Man, these Sixers are acting like they're drinking on the bench, as Yasirski. They got to play better. They've got to play better. But Boston obviously does have more talent. I want to make sure that I say that because they do. Boston has the better talent. We just want to see more fight from the 76ers team. Tatum at the line for one more. Knocks it down. Back to a 10-point game in Boston. So Jason Tatum able to make both foul shots. Tatum with 8 points and 6 boards and 3 dimes as well. George on the left side of the elbow dumps it off to Embiid. And Joel Embiid looking to back down his defender Vucevic. He goes up for a 2, and we have another whistle called against Jaylen Brown. The gravity that Joel Embiid is bringing for the Philadelphia 76ers has been helpful for sure. And Brown does get called for a foul. He swatted him right on the hand. Thought they actually played really good defense there, but you obviously can't make contact with the hand like he did at the very end. See, this is what Embiid does. He slows the game down when you give him the ball on the block. And that changes pace. And that's a good thing. First free throw from Embiid, and that's good. Everyone was saying after the last game, I heard people saying that, Embiid just doesn't, he's just not fast out there, and he doesn't keep up with the Celtics style. Well, you got to make them play your style of basketball. That's how you win. And if he can slow the game down and just get fouled, you got to get the ball to him over on the block and make Boston uncomfortable and make it more of a slower game. He does knock down both free throws.
Excellent.
Tatum for 3. Bang! Over on the left side of the wing. 42-31. 7 minutes to go in this second quarter of play. Here's Paul George looking to pass it over to Embiid. The ball almost slipped out of his hands. Grimes for 3. That's up. That's good. And he's fouled. Sixers got a little bit lucky there. The ball just sort of slipped out of Embiid's hands, and Edgecombe was there to back him up. That could have been stolen by Jaylen Brown. And some improvisation, and the 76ers able to make it work. And they will have Grimes shoot one more at the line after the timeout is done. 7 more subs. Let's go. It's crazy, man. We're already at 50 likes. We're halfway there to the 100 marker. Whoever just subscribes, comment who you are down below. Get out of the shadows and let me know, and I'll give you a shout-out. Love my foul baiter. All right, let's go. Nice. Very, very nice. Sixers lost game 1 of the series. They won game 2, lost a heartbreaker in game 3, and then got obliterated in game 4. How will they respond tonight? So far in the first quarter, they started off strong, and then they ended flat. And then they were a little bit flat in the second quarter, but they have shown a little bit more life as of lately, which has been good. Can they keep it up, though? Can they keep it close when it goes into halftime? We'll see. Oh, man. How many people do we have tuning on in? Folks, I just want to make sure that I remind you guys that tomorrow we are doing our 48-hour stream. We are starting our stream tomorrow, and hopefully you guys will be there and join us. Please spread the word. Please post it on the socials as well. These are all the streams. These are the links to every single stream that we are doing. I'm posting it right now. We're seeking to raise $10,000 in honor of my brother Mitchell for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation. My brother had familial dysautonomia, and he passed away in 2020 with it. And so in honor of us nearing the 10,000 subscriber marker, I really want to try to influence people to do some good on the channel. If you can't donate, don't be upset about that. Don't feel discouraged. Just please make sure that you're here. Spread the word. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a lot of baseball content, a lot of educating as well. We'll talk about what FD is, and I'll let you know a little bit more about myself and just a little bit more about my family and more about my brother. And I think that you guys will be really intrigued by what you learn because you get to learn more about me. And I feel like that's the really cool thing about this platform. This is something that's really personal to me, and this would really mean a lot if we could just spread the word and just try to do some goodness, because that's what I want to turn my platform into, and I want to use sports as an outlet for that. Hunting, thank you so much for being on here. He says, I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And Tile says, 1-0 Phillies so far. We'll ring the bell for the Phillies. That sounds good. We're already at 53 likes. Who else is here? Jose is here. What's up, Jose? I'll be listening, JJ. Can't wait for an epic stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been making sure that I've been planning everything. I'm probably not going to get a lot of sleep tonight because there's still some things that I got to do. I didn't want to stream last night because I was really stressed out about tomorrow. But then I came on today and I was like, you know what? I'm in a good position. There's still some things that we got to get done, but we can come on, we can do this game, and let's try to have some fun. You know, Vucevic is going to hand it off over to Hauser for a three, and Sam Hauser can't knock it down. There was a good try by Boston, so there was actually no foul called. I thought maybe it was going to be a 4-point play. Embiid gets the ball knocked loose, and that is stolen back by Jason Tatum. So as Quentin Grimes made a three, I thought that maybe he was fouled. He was not. George comes away with a steal. Terrible pass by Tatum. Here's Quentin Grimes. He gets set free and connects on the two. Excellent defense by Joel Embiid. Now VJ Edgecombe gets a hand on it, and Hauser tries to come away with the basketball. It's stolen by Joel Embiid. The physicality from Edgecombe. Here's Grimes for a three, and that was a terrible shot. And Vucevic able to climb the ladder and haul it on in for the Boston Celtics. I don't know why he took that three there. Sixers just... It seems like that they just try to take threes in these bad shots. Vucevic settles for a good shot, and that's good. It was a wide-open three that he was able to knock down on a catch and shoot. And he's starting to heat up from downtown, making his last 2 threes for Boston. George on the pick and roll, gives it over to Embiid, who rolls to the basket, makes the two. No foul called there. Embiid now with 11 points. He's made 4 field goals in this game thus far. Boston's lineup, it's Tatum, Hauser, White, Brown, and Vucevic. And Tatum is being guarded by VJ Edgecombe now. They work around the screen. Tatum for 3, but they won't count it. They'll say it's an offensive foul on Vucevic. And Nehemiah Skata will come on in and be his replacement. So that was a bad screen set by Nikola Vucevic, and Embiid's going to go on over towards the scores table and just sit for a couple of seconds. Tyrese Maxey will enter back on in for Joel Embiid. 4:56 to go in quarter number 2. Boston has committed 6 turnovers. The Sixers have only committed 2. Edgecombe will bounce pass it over to George, and he'll distribute it back over to VJ. Edgecombe over to Maxey. Maxey not being aggressive so far. We'll see if that changes. Now he goes to the rack, and he's hacked and fouled. That was a good play by Tyrese. I know that he's 4 for 8 from the field, but he just hasn't been able to, show himself off the stat sheet so far. His numbers haven't really jumped up at you in this game. 16 minutes, though, for number 0. And he will earn his stripes at the line. 45-39 Boston. Foul shot number 1 for Maxey, and it's good. The crowd really hasn't even gotten on into this, which is a good thing if you're the Philadelphia 76ers. Zeus is looking good tonight. Good. I'm really happy to hear that. That makes me so happy to hear. 45-40. We'll look at the Phillies when they're in halftime. Foul shot number 2. That one is good.
Excellent.
Sixers trail by 4 points, and they got to play defense. Oubre getting a steal for the Sixers. And Jaylen Brown tugs it with him. Now it's Edgecombe who fights for the ball. And we have a jump ball over on the Sixers side of the court. How about Kelly Oubre Jr. getting physical with one of the best players in all of basketball? Dude, he was diving for that loose ball over on the ground. Shakes his head. That's what Kelly Oubre Jr. can bring when he's active out there. He certainly gives you some good basketball when he is fighting and scratching and clawing. Oubre and Brown going up for this jump ball here at the Sixers foul line, and Brown wins the tip-off. So there's 8 seconds left on the shot clock. The Celtics have to hurry here. Brown for 3, off the dribble. In and out it goes. And White gets the rebound. Tatum back on the outside. Thought about taking the 3. And Derek White will give it back over to Jaylen Brown. Drummond trying to defend Jaylen as he goes to the rim, lays it up, and it's going to go in and out. And Drummond will get fouled by Queta from behind. I'm so mad that White got that offensive rebound. The Sixers were in perfect position to try to get that board, and yet they just couldn't do so. And the Sixers able to get themselves a little bit lucky again. Jaylen Brown has had himself 3 bad rolls, and they're going to walk the floor, and Drummond, is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Waiting to see when Joel Embiid comes back on in. Foul shot number 1 for Drummond, and he cans it. It's good. I'm really happy to hear that Zeus is looking good. We'll watch them when they go on into halftime. 45-42. Drummond at the line for 1 more. Got it.
Excellent.
It's a 1-possession game. A 12-3 run by Philadelphia over the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Tatum at the top of the key. Swings it to the outside to Pritchard for a 3. That's not good. Sixers can't get a rebound again, and Jaylen Brown comes up with it at the nail. More life for Boston. Oubre falls down. No offensive foul was called. And the 2 is good by Boston. And so it's a 47-43 game. VJ Edgecombe gets called for a shooting foul. It really looked like that Kelly Oubre Jr. got pushed to the ground by Jaylen Brown. And he just went down really hard. And then it became a 2-on-1 possession. And Edgecombe had to foul Queta from behind. And he will go to the line for 1 more. 47-43, the Celtics get themselves a little bit of breathing room. I don't know what the heck happened there, but that should have been an offensive foul called on JB. Queta at the line for 1 more. Can't hit it. And Oubre comes up with the rebound for Philadelphia. Still plenty of time to go in this first half. 3:25 to be exact. Embiid's back out there for the Sixers. Maxey's rolling over to the basket. Distributes it back to Embiid. A foul line J. And too strong of a touch from number 21. That's his sweet spot. That's what he's able to do. 47-43. George knocks it away. Brown comes back up with it. Sixers have to scramble on defense. Tatum for 3. In the near corner, it's good. And they almost come away with a steal. 50-43, though, as the Sixers have to be in their scramble because of a bad bounce, and Nick Nurse calls for a timeout. Back to a 7-point lead for the Boston Celtics, and the Sixers want to get momentum back on their side with 2:57 to go in this first half of play. They're playing really good defense. I can't necessarily say that they're playing bad defense over these last 4 possessions or so. That was just a bad bounce. That was terrible. How the Phillies doing now? Phillies were up 1-0. They're still up 1-0. Man, it's a fast game. What are they in the bottom of the 6th? Nice. Nice. Oh, boy. These sports, man. April is like the busiest time for sports with NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Phillies baseball. You got the draft in football. It's madness, man. Absolute madness. I didn't even have time today to go on to talk even about Rob Thompson getting fired. I made a short about it, and I made a post about it, but usually, like, when I'm not this busy, I would make sure that I go live for something like that, but I just couldn't do it today, Chad. I just couldn't. Had a lot of stuff to do. 6 more subs, so we get to 9,800. Let's go, baby. Let's go. He always says 8K over 6 innings, 75 pitches. Oof. Damn. 56 likes. Keep hitting that thumbs up button, baby. Grace, I'm so happy to see you on here. I miss you so much, Grace. Maybe we should have fired Nick Nurse. Well, I was just saying that this could also be his last game as a head coach. The funny part is that Nick Nurse actually was at batting practice the other day, and people were really upset about that because they were thinking, well, they got game 1 on Tuesday or whenever they played game 1 of the series against the Celtics, and they were not happy that he was there. So, unreal, man. Unbelievable. I don't understand it. JoJo is a big physical dude and rebounds like Spud Webb. Yeah, well, part of the problem, Mr. Man Created God, is that I don't think that he's fully healthy. I mean, clearly, he doesn't trust that leg. I mean, that's why you don't see him dunking. That's why you don't see him going up and down like what he used to. So I feel like that has to be part of the equation. Oh, but JJ, you're making excuses. I don't think that that's an excuse though, because I think that he wanted to come back for this series. He's just not the same. He's not the same that he used to be, and that's just from the eye test. I mean, you can even just see this year in total, like he doesn't trust that knee. RBI double for Harper. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Booyah! Let's go, Bryce. I'll take that. So the Sixers took a timeout. Hardcore says Joel does not practice all year long. He just plays when he feels good enough. Yeah, that's true. That's the other thing. I'm happy that you brought that up, because that is absolutely true. All right, here we go. Sixers back out there on offense. They'll hand it off from Embiid over to Edgecombe. Here's Paul George. Back over to Embiid in the dunker spot. Embiid, what's he going to do? He's going to fade away, take a 2, and he still got it. Right on over Cada. I don't know how he hit it. I thought maybe he was going to attack the rim, but he still was able to get it with the footwork. Sixers down by 5. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this first half of play. Tatum over on the far right side, trying to attack against Embiid. Swings it over to the outside. Derek White's back out there for Boston. Maxey strips it. Maxey steals it for Philadelphia. What a play by Tyrese Maxey on the defensive side. Can the Sixers capitalize on offense? Embiid gets it inside the nail. Maxey for a 3. That's good. Sixers down by 2. It's a 50-48 game. Good to see Tyrese Maxey getting involved. That's his first three of the game. Jaylen Brown trying to be aggressive, fades away, goes up for a two, and knocks down a really tough shot in the face of Paul George. And Maxey gets it back for the Sixers. Boston is up by 2 possessions again. 8 points for Jaylen Brown. Maxey another 3. Way too strong. Tatum gets the board. An outlet pass that goes over to Pritchard, and the Sixers get caught sleeping at the wheel on the defensive side as the layup is good by Peyton Pritchard. He just got the 2 to go. 54-48 Boston. Embiid gets it for the Sixers. He's at the 3-point line. He'll hand it off over to Kelly Oubre Jr., and Oubre's 2-point shot is just a little bit short. The soft touch was no good, and Boston gets themselves another rebound. Brown will distribute it back to Tatum for a 3, and that hits off the front iron. Maxey leaps up for his 3rd rebound of the game. And he'll slow it down with 1 minute to go in this first half of play. A handoff over to Embiid, and one more downhill to Paul George. George being backed up by Peyton Pritchard. He'll try to post him up here. George will give it outside. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. Embiid for a 3. That's up, and it's too strong. And another bad shot by Philadelphia. Every time that they cut it within 1 possession, Boston's just able to go on a run, and they will continue to do so as Jaylen Brown knocks down another tray. It's now a 57-48 game. The Boston Celtics, as the Sixers were down by 2, they've been on a 7-0 run with 21.5 seconds left to go in this second quarter of play. I don't know what that possession was from the 76ers, but they had to scramble and give it over to Embiid, and Embiid took a terrible shot there. Wasn't his fault. That was just a bad play by Philadelphia. George gives it over to Embiid, and Joel, with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, gets the ball knocked loose, and we have a foul called on Cada. It looked like that Jaylen Brown was ready to go away and just run all the way downhill. And we have a foul on Cada. It's a reach-in foul, and Joel is going to go back to the line for a couple more free throws. Dang it. 15.4 seconds left in this second quarter of play. Number 21 has 13 points, and so does number 0. That's Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Other than that, the Sixers supporting cast has just not been good. Edgecombe has just 4. Oubre has 2. Now, Paul George has 8. The first free throw by Joel, and that one is up and in. Cada already with 3 fouls. Foul shot number 2, bingo.
Excellent.
14 seconds to go in this first half. The shot clock's unplugged. All eyes on Peyton Pritchard, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown. But first we have a foul, and it'll be on Tyrese Maxey. Sixers, I believe, did have a foul to give, so they are not in the bonus, Boston. And it'll be Tatum who inbounds it over from the far side. Adem Bona will also step on in for the big fella. 57-50. Boston in the driver's seat right now with 8 seconds to go. Tatum will inbound it. Who's he going to give it up to? It'll be Derek White. White's at the logo. 5 seconds left. Pritchard now trying to make space around Maxey. He goes up with a turnaround 3-pointer, and it was too strong. He almost hit that thing, and we're going to go on into halftime. If he would have made that, that would have just been absolutely ridiculous. But Boston leads it by 7. They outperformed the 76ers in the first half, and we'll see what the 76ers do within possibly their last 24 minutes of play. They're down by 7 to the mighty Celtics, and we'll see what happens on the other side. All right, chat. So halftime is here. I do want to hear what your grades are for that first half, because I thought that we saw some good things in that first half, and I thought that we saw some bad things. I don't like it how Boston has been able to cash in on more shots, But I think that we've seen that Boston has the better team, and that's why they're up in this or at this moment in time. Again, we knew that Boston was probably going to win the series because they have more talent. And I'm not telling you that this game is over. The Sixers can still win this game. Obviously, they're only down by 7. But the Sixers are giving you fights. They are scratching, they are clawing in this game. They're giving you way more than what they did in Game 4. The question becomes, though, can they keep this up, and can they start out on fire in the third quarter? I don't know. But let me know what one word you would use to describe that first half of play. Because I thought that that it was split. I think that is like a good word to describe it. They played good and they played bad at the same exact time. How my Phillies doing? Phillies are up now 5-0. Let's go, baby. They're up 5-0, and Crawford is up at the plate. Oh, Garcia follows up with a 2-run double. Love that, man. JJ, I'm glad that Topper was fired. Obviously, I hate when a guy loses his job, but he needed to go. And you know what, Shante? Look, at the end of the day, was it all Rob Thompson's fault? Absolutely not. Was he part of the solution? Absolutely not. And the Phillies needed a change in philosophy. I feel like the 76ers need a change in philosophy as well. The way that I look at the 76ers is the same way that I look at the Philadelphia Phillies. Except the only difference is that the Philadelphia 76ers are showing you more heart out there with what they have. Their roster construction is not good. The Phillies roster construction so far, just for whatever reason, has not been good. They don't have depth. They ran it back so many times, and they just don't have a deep enough roster. It's the same exact thing. So Rob getting let go of, maybe that does send a message to the players. I mean, they're already up 5-0, so something, I know it's only just one game, but maybe that's the spark that they needed. I don't know. Oh, man. I know you're doing basketball, but the Phillies are up 4-0. That's good. Yeah, it's now 5-0. It's all good. Danny Ski, what's going on, man? Crawford just struck out, so there's 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. And Gage got the strikeouts. I'm excited for tomorrow, chat. Tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be on for 48 hours. We're going to be streaming for 48 hours. And if you guys want to tune on in, if you want to join, we're going to start at 9 a.m. sharp. Here is a link to all the posts. I post it in my community tab. This is the link that I'm going to post down below. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also hit the thumbs up button for each of these streams. We made 8 streams, and we're going to be on for 48 hours. We will be sleeping on stream as well, and more on what's going to happen tomorrow. We have a lot to talk about. We are going to be doing Diamond Zone. If you don't know what Diamond Zone is basically like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. There's going to be at least 12 hours of baseball tomorrow and at least 9 hours of baseball on Thursday. So we're going to be live for 21 hours just doing baseball, period. And then we'll be sleeping some of the time. We'll be doing Q&As, and obviously we have a lecture tomorrow morning. I will be talking about what familial dysautonomia is. You'll get to know more about who my brother was and more just about my family, and you'll understand more about me. And I think that that'll be a really good thing. I really do. I want to make this platform like a place where we can all come together and just build some sort of nice community, you know? Like, that's what I really care about. I love calling games. That's cool to me, but I want something more. I want to be able to bring people together and try to actually do something really good, and just be an influencer. Like, it's in my title. People think that I'm a broadcaster. No, I'm an influencer. That's really who I am. I'm a content creator, but I'm an influencer. And I want to positively influence people to make a difference. And if I can start that, that's great, you know? So please I mean, obviously you don't have to donate, but please, please, please just spread the word. Post it on the socials, post it on Reddit, and just tell your friends and tell your family members about what we're doing, because I think what we're doing is really special. I really do. And we have some really cool fundraising challenges that we're going to be doing tomorrow too. So for every run, we got jumping jacks that we're going to be doing. For every homer, we're doing squats. We're going to be sweating up here. We're going to be grinding. We're going to be, it's definitely going to be one of those hard working types of events for sure. One word to describe that first half is what? So Grace gives it a C+. Okay. A C+ for the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's go. Grimes played okay. Maxey and George need to take on over, says Hardcore. Marchand just grounded out, and the inning is over. But the Phillies do get themselves a 5-0 lead, which is good. But here's my question to you, Hardcore. Grimes played okay. Maxey and Paul George need to take over. My question to you is, do you think that Boston's defense is making it tough for Tyrese Maxey and Paul George to take over? Do you think that they're making it tough? I'm not trying to make an excuse, but do you think that Boston is making it hard for Tyrese Maxey and for Paul George to get space? That's my question. You can't make a roster when Joel is do not play Embiid and Podcast P are making $130 million, says Mike. Well, but let me put it to you this way. You guys, let's look at your team. The Boston Celtics played without Jason Tatum throughout most of the season. They also got rid of Drew Holiday. They got rid of Kristaps Porzingis because they couldn't pay all these guys. They got rid of Al Horford. And yet, look at where they are. Jaylen Brown's still getting paid a lot of money. Jason Tatum was getting paid a lot of money too. But yet Jason Tatum was on their bench, and yet they were still deep. And that's because Boston knows how to build from the draft. When you have Brad Stevens, when you have ownership, and when you have really good minds in that front office, that makes a huge difference. You know what I mean? So if Joel Embiid is not playing, and if Paul George is not playing, yes, that's problematic. But the 76ers still have not gotten a very good supporting cast out of it, even without Joel Embiid. That's my thing. That's what makes me mad. Yes, the stars have to show up. But at the same, and yes, Daryl Morey should have never extended Joel Embiid. But at the same time, you still got to build a team. We're at 61 likes. Let's go, baby. Phillies are a Joe, too. Very obvious topper should have been gone. All that team does is rinse and repeat and fail. Let's go, man. Let's go. Scott says I'm going to give it a B-. Going to have to charge my headphones for tomorrow so I can listen to it. It's going to be a lot. It'll be a lot, man. But it'll be good. It'll be very, very good. But yeah. That's my question, though, to you. Are the 76ers good enough to not only win the second half, but extend this to a Game 6? I think that they can. But they're going to have to make their shots. They're going to have to make their shots. And not only that, but Nick Nurse is going to have to get creative. with how the offense looks. By the way, the Phillies are up 5-0. Zeus has been having himself a really good game so far. And the count is 2-2 to Casey Schmidt with one away in the top of the 7th. It's good. Tatum so far, 14 points for him. Jaylen Brown is 11. They're both combined 10 for 21 in this game from the field. There's a pop-up hit over to Bryson Stott. He just made the catch, and there's 2 away. That's good. Yeah, I agree that the team's not run well. Giving OKC a stud young player was also dumb. I mean, that's a good take too. Absolutely. Daryl Morey says we have a lot of guard depth. Next thing you know, they trade away Jared McCain, and they go get a guy in campaign overseas who, by the way, has not even played in this series, which I just find funny. And right now, part of the reason why they're losing the series is because of their guard depth. Their lack of guard depth. Come on, Zeus. Get out of this, man. Sixers haven't boxed out since Charles Barkley, says Mr. Man Created God. The funny part is that you watch them sometimes, Mr. Man Created God, and they get boxed in. Embiid should have never came back in this series. If they moved on to the next round, then sure, bring him back. Hoagie, I disagree, because guess what? If he doesn't come back in this round, people call him the P word. People say that he's like an absolute P word. That's like what they're saying about Kevin Durant. Look at the Houston Rockets. They're calling Kevin Durant the B word for not coming back in this series against the LA Lakers. But health-wise, I mean, it wouldn't have even made a difference because he's clearly not healthy. He's just not. And he's doing everything that he can. The problem is that he just can't stay healthy. And the Sixers extended him way too soon. They should have never extended him. But I disagree with you on that, respectfully. But I'm happy that you're here, my guy. Always good to see you. Oh, boy. All right. Hit that thumbs up button. We are now 6 subscribers away from getting to 9,800 subscribers. Let's go, baby. 6 more subs, man. 6 more subs. Dude, this has been a long halftime. Let's take a look at some other stats in this game. So the Sixers are getting outshot from the field 51 to 43%. Boston is also shooting 27% from 3. Philadelphia shooting 25% from 3. They're also getting out-rebounded 28 to 19, which really, again, isn't much of a surprise. And Boston's just playing a better brand of basketball. They played a better brand of basketball at the end when the Sixers cut it within 2, and then they went on a 7-0 run. Boston's just the better team. Like, I just have to say it. Like, I know people are going to be like, shut up, but we knew coming on into the series that it was going to be really tough for the 76ers to beat this Boston Celtics team. They just have a better roster. Can they give you fight during the series? That was my question all along. And I think that they still can win this game. Absolutely, I do. Anything can happen in this game. All right. Trey Turner's up to bat. He just took a hack at a really bad pitch. What the heck was he swinging at? Embiid would be a petunia. Did you hear on the TV the other day, Reggie Miller said he was expecting to be drafted by Philly and pair up with Sir Charles? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Thank goodness I wasn't a fan at that time because I probably would have been really ticked off about that. That would not have made me happy. Embiid's injury history is the most unfortunate. Most of them were freaking, and he's criticized for it. I hear you, man. Ben Tile says, I'm afraid it might be time to move on from Joel. It just won't happen with him, says Ben Tile. And I hear you loud and clear. We've been riding this storm for so long, and it's so unfortunate. But I think that you're right. I really do. Boston, by the way, has 22 bench points. We're ready to start off the second half in just a few moments. But I do hear you. Memberships, they are $2.99 a month. Grace, look at Grace go. Grace doing an excellent job as a mod, man. Just posting all my stuff. I don't even ask her to do this, and she's just doing it. She's just firing the membership, the exclamation point membership post and all that sort of stuff. Shout out to Grace, man. We're at 63 likes. 100% move on from Joel Embiid. Bring in Rob Thompson. I heard he might need a job. Oh, wrong sport, man. Oh, boy. All right, Boston has the ball, 57-50 as we start off the second half. This series, the team leading at halftime has won each game. Derek White swings it over to the outside. Hauser goes downhill, goes up with a 2, and that's up, and that's in. It's a 59-50 game. Boston up by 9 points. Dang it. So the Sixers have their starters out there. It's Maxey, Edgecombe, George, Embiid, and Oubre for the Sixers. And George goes up with a 2. I thought he was fouled there. They weren't going to call it, though. Looks like that he got hit on the shoulder, or on the elbow, I should say. And Boston takes advantage. They have themselves a mismatch, and Jaylen Brown is able to attack and get himself a solo dunk. And it's a 4-0 start for the Boston Celtics in this third quarter. We're not even a minute through in this third quarter so far. 61-50. Maxey with a bounce pass that goes to Embiid, and Embiid's free throw line jumper will not fall. Sixers are settling for mid-range jumpers, and it's not working in their direction so far. 61-50. Boston in the driver's seat. It's an 11-point lead. Brown for 2. Great defense by Maxey. Edgecombe tips it all the way to himself, and the Sixers have the ball again. So Edgecombe takes it over towards the left side of the three-point line. Gives it over to Maxey. Maxey to Edgecombe for a 3. Too strong of a three-pointer by VJ Edgecombe. They just keep daring him to shoot those threes because he's been really off. That's something he has to improve upon this summer. Derek White for 2 for Boston. Not that time, but he draws a foul. $10-13 left to go in this third quarter of play. Let's go, Garcia. Phillies are in the bottom of the 7th. Keep me updated on this Phillies game, too, by the way, because I don't have it on the iPad. I'm charging everything for tomorrow. 23 minutes for VJ Edgecombe, 4 points, and he's 1 for 5 from the field. That's the other thing, too, about the Sixers team is that they have different timelines on the court. So Tyrese Maxey's timeline is different compared to Joel Embiid. And then VJ Edgecombe is in his rookie year. 62-50. Boston is up by 12. Derek White at the line for one more. And that's up and in. 63-50. Boston up by 13 with 10:10 to go in this third quarter of play. Celtics have their largest lead of the game. Can the Sixers cut it back down? VJ Edgecombe scrambling. Finds Oubre, cutting back door. A 2 is up. A 2 is good. And Oubre goes to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. It'll be Queta who gets called for the foul again. Nehemiah Queta just has not had himself a good series. He's been getting into foul trouble. And that's his 4th personal foul of the game. Sixers have just got to foul these guys. Or just draw fouls. Vucevic will enter back on in Vucevic with just 1 foul so far. 6 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 fouls for Queta. Oubre at the line for 1 more. Not that time. And the ball is poked into the hands of Jaylen Brown. They definitely needed that foul shot. White being guarded by VJ Edgecombe. Now it's Tatum who has the ball. Tatum will distribute it towards the outside, but he throws it into the backcourt, and the Sixers are going to get the ball back thanks to the backcourt violation on the terrible pass by Jason Tatum. That's the 8th turnover by Boston. Sixers only have 3 turnovers in this game, and they just have not been able to capitalize. 9:40 left in this third quarter of play. It's Embiid who hands it off over to George, who runs towards the basket, lays it up, and it's back to a single-digit lead. 63-54 with 9:25 to go in the third quarter. Brown attacks. He goes up with a shot. Denied by the Sixers. Embiid looking for some help here. Embiid looking to hand it off over to Oubre. And we had another whistle that was called. And I believe a timeout will be taken. Tyrese Maxey is down. Oh, no. He's squatting, though. I think he got poked right in the eye. And the Sixers have to take a timeout because of it. But regardless, Sixers down by 9 points with 9:12 to go in the third quarter of play. Keep me updated with the Phillies, too, by the way. Rising Rhino, what's going on? What's up, Rhino? What's going on? We're at the 66 like marker. 34 more likes until we get to 100. It's good to see everybody on here. Phillies are up 5-0. Good. I hate to say it, JJ, but the 76ers ain't winning this game, says Neil. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. It has not looked good. It has not looked good, but you know what I always say? Surprise me. Surprise me, baby. That's what I tell the Phillies. That's what I tell all my teams. Surprise me. What's up, Neil? How you doing, man? Good to see you on here, my guy. Quan's still here. 76ers lost a close game 3, but that was their chance to win the series. It's crazy, man. That was a close game. And that was one that I thought that they had. But Jason Tatum was clutch. Tatum was clutch. The Sixers turned it over. And that's in the past. We got to win this game right now. We got to turn the ship around, baby. Oh, man. It feels really weird because I'm not like... Obviously, if they win this game, I'm going to be really happy. But I don't have the same feeling that I had on this team like a couple of years ago. Is that weird? Like, whatever they do now is more like, like, what are the expectations? What are the expectations for the Philadelphia 76ers for the rest of this game? Are the expectations to win? I think that's like a legit question. Let's go, baby. All right. Did I change the channel? I did, right? Oh, wait, that's the wrong game. That's the Knicks playing against the Hawks. Damn. Let's take a sip of water. Cheers. You know, that bridge, it reminds me of the Tappan Zee Bridge. What is that bridge in Boston? Can somebody actually tell me? I really don't know. I'm trying to learn more about my geography. I really don't know which bridge that's called. George is going to inbound it for the 76ers, and he'll give it over to VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe back over to Embiid, goes up with a shot, and he's fouled by Nikola Vucevic. To be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised that I'm not surprised that they called that a foul, but I didn't think it was a foul. 15 points for the big fella. 5 for 14 he is shooting-wise from the field. And he just has 2 rebounds. It's just crazy to me. 6 assists as well. Here's the booze. Embiid at the line. Foul shot number 1. Nothing but nets. Sixers down by 8. Any more updates on the Fightins? 63-55. Embiid takes 2 dribbles, and the free throw, good.
Excellent.
My expectations for the team is development of VJ and a full retool of the team. I think that's fair. Vucevic will hand it off over to Hauser, who's at the top of the key. Hauser swings it over to Jason Tatum, who's being guarded by Maxey. I don't like that. Tatum rolls down the lane, has to give it over to Brown for a 2. No, and a whistle called on Maxey. Oubre says challenge this. I don't think that they're going to do so. Nurse is looking over at his coaching staff. Oubre's the one that got called for a shooting foul. Is this even a shooting foul? I don't really even think it was, but the Sixers won't challenge it. He's allowed to just, put his hand or put his head back, whip his head like that. That's like when Jalen Brunson does that. I'm sorry. Foul shot number 1 for Jaylen Brown, and he missed it anyways. I'm not usually one to complain about fouls, but Jaylen Brown right there just flipped his head up. Crazy. He'll be at the line for 1 more. And here's the second foul shot. Bullseye. It's good. Jaylen Brown, 14 points, 6 for 13 from the field, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists as well. It's Joel Embiid who gets the ball for Philadelphia, swings it over to Oubre, now back over to George. Joel Embiid trying to take on Vucevic. The first shot, no. The second time, he puts it up and knocks it on down. Just got the layup to go. It's a 6-point game now. So it's a 2-possession game with 8:10 to go. Brown lost the ball. The ball goes on out of bounds, and it'll be Boston ball. Hold up a second. Let's look again. Are they going to show a replay? I really couldn't tell on that play if that was knocked out of Jaylen Brown's hands or if Paul George got a piece of it. They're not going to show the replay. Boston is going to get a chance to inbound it, so it is going to be Boston ball. And we have another foul on Joel. It's an away from the play foul on Joel Embiid. That's his 3rd foul. Nick Nurse not happy with the ref, and Tyrese Maxey pushes him on out of the way, Nick Nurse. He's like, we're not talking to the refs like that. So Tatum is at the line. The first free throw by Tatum. He gets the friendly roll. And that's the only free throw that he's going to shoot. Still 8 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Any more Phillies updates, by the way? That's the only way we are getting back in this game. Tatum is going to inbound it over to Jaylen Brown. Nearly fumbled the basketball. Comes back up with it. Goes up with a ridiculous shot over Embiid. Excellent defense by Philadelphia. 65-58. George gets it. Swings it over to Joel. Embiid. Foul line J. Got it. Sixers back in action. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter of play. Boston leads the series 3-1. Joel with 21 points, 6 assists as well. The ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by VJ Edgecombe, though. We need to get more likes to get to 100. We are also 6 subscribers away from getting to 9,800 subscribers. Let's go. Jordan Walsh is going to enter back on into the game for the Boston Celtics. He gets the inbound pass here, and it's VJ Edgecombe guarding him. They'll swing it over to Vucevic. Now it's Derek White who's back in the game. White for 3. It's up. No good. And how did Joel Embiid not get the rebound? He's able to strip it out of Walsh's hands. Walsh still comes back up with it, though. A shot's up, and he's fouled. Jordan Walsh is just fighting. He's scratching and clawing. And Embiid could not haul it on in. I mean, he is just fighting Jordan Walsh. He is a guy that's just 5 inches shorter than Joel Embiid. How did Embiid not just cut him off there? I mean, unbelievable. Got to give credit to Walsh, but at the same time, Joel just not boxing out. And Walsh at the line, first foul shot is good to make it 66-60. That's just all effort. That is all effort there. Couldn't cut him off, nothing. Foul shot number 2 for Walsh. Not that time. Embiid tips it into the hands of Oubre, and the Sixers get the ball back. Tyrese Maxey has the rock, goes over to the top of the key, lofts it inside over to Joel, who's at the elbow, takes it down over on the block, and the layup is good, and the Sixers down by 4. 66-62. With 6:53 left in this third quarter. Embiid with 23 points. He has 8 in this third quarter so far. Tatum on the drive. He'll deflect it. It was a bad pass by Tatum. Maxey with the steal. George to Edgecombe for 3. Bang! Sixers are down by 1. It would be a great time for VJ Edgecombe to get hot. Let's go, man. 5 more subs. If you just subscribed, let me know who you are down below. All right. How my fighting's doing? How my fighting Phil's doing? It's a 1-point game. Marsh just got on with a single, I guess, right? Did Marsh single chat, or did he walk? If you're watching the Phillies game. Phillies lead at 5-0 against San Fran. Sixers down by 1 against the Boston Celtics in an elimination game. Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We have a 48-hour fundraising stream starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We're going from tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. till Friday morning at 9 a.m. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us. We're doing a lot of baseball content. We're trying to raise $10,000 for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother. 10,000 subscribers for $10,000. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That was pretty disgusting that I did that on stream, and I just did it again. I apologize about that. Let's go. Zachary's here. What's up, Zach? Zach says we want Boston. Hey, I was trying to tell my people. I was trying to tell my fans that we can't be saying that stuff because all that's chalkboard material. I was trying to tell them. But it is what it is. I mean, I get that we had to get on into the dance. But, I mean, come on. Do we really want to face Boston? Nah, man. Nah, man. What's going on, Zach? How you doing, my guy? Shout out to you. The series ain't over yet, though. But, I mean, just close it out. Close it out. Do your job. And then, you know what? You get to celebrate. But nah, man, it's good to see you on here, my guy. Big shout out to you. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having yourselves a very fantastic day. Yes, sir. We do Phillies games, we do Sixers games, and we do Eagles games, but we do a lot of baseball content. If you love baseball as much as me, you're really going to want to subscribe to the channel because we have a lot of fun, man. We really do. We are 5 subscribers away from getting to 9,800 subs. We are 205 subscribers away from getting to 10K. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. This is our 3rd year of doing this. Sorry, we've been doing this. This is our 4th year of doing this. We started in December of 2022. It's unbelievable, man. The fact that we've been able to make it this far, I'm so thankful for this community. Oh, man. Just not today, says John. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Keep me updated again on the Phillies game and let me know what's going on. I know it's in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 76ers are like the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Dallas Cowboys. I love the comparison there. All promise, but awful management. Terrible roster construction as well. I agree. Okay, we are back in action. Sixers on a 15-3 run. They're down by 1 point. Brown gets it over at the logo. Now steps back, goes up with a 2, and it's good. Why did I say the logo? I meant to say the baseline. They just got a nice shot from Jaylen Brown. That's what he does, man. 16 points, 7 for 15 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's been really, really strong. 68-65. Embiid downhill. Goes up with a 2 inside. Good pass by Paul George. Joel Embiid able to dunk it on home. Sixers trail by 1. 5:50 left. Sixers down in the series 3-1. Walsh for a 2. Maxey, great defense. Stops him in his tracks. And the shot's no good. Maxey gets the rebound for the Sixers. Maxey for 3 for the Sixers. That's not even close. He shot it right off the dribble. Couldn't make the shot. It was wide to the left side. And Jaylen Brown again wants to go up against VJ Edgecombe. Brown over to the outside to Tatum. Tatum swings it around. Pritchard for 3. It's up. No. Offensive rebound by Boston. Tatum, bad bounce. And his 3-point shot's up, and it's good. Just another bad bounce for the Philadelphia 76ers as they try to fight for the ball on the ground. Boston comes up with it, and they settle for really a 5-on-4 offensive play out of that possession. Embiid throws it over to Edgecombe, back over to Maxey for 3, and Maxey knocks it down. 71-70. Boston still up by 1, but a much-needed 3 for Philadelphia. Jaylen Brown draws the attack, gives it over to Vucevic on the outside. Pritchard wide open, 3-point shot, nails it. Right on the corner. Sixers can't blitz. Sixers can't stop them, and it's a 4-point lead for Boston. Timeout by Nick Nurse. Sixers have 4 timeouts left, and Boston trying to get back into it. At least the crowd is. It's a 74-70 game. Embiid is hobbling. Oh, no. Joel Embiid hobbling again, and they just cut to a break. You've got to be kidding me. Damn. Unreal. Celtics really just don't have an answer for Embiid. They don't, but, I mean, gosh. Let's see. He was bent on over, and I hate when they go into a break, and I understand they have to do that. I get it. But it's like, can you just tell us if he's okay? Unreal. Swag, what's up, Swag? How you doing, man? The Titans need to trade everyone and just rebuild while the old heads still have value, says Swag. We brought that question up the other day, too. We did. We brought that question up. I'm happy that you said that. I'm excited about your 48-hour marathon tomorrow and for a great cause, says Neil. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great. Embiid is over on the sideline. He's hunched on over. He's in the timeout huddle. I want to see this replay again. Let's see, did he go up? And he went up and he landed awkwardly on that right foot. Gosh. Ouch. 74-70. Embiid is not out there. It's Andre Drummond, and Embiid's going to go on into the tunnel. Great. Awesome stuff. 4:27 to go in the third quarter. George for 3 for the Sixers. No. Edgecombe gets the offensive rebound. Maxey for a 3 for the Philadelphia 76ers, and that's no good either. And we do have a loose ball foul called with 4:17 to go. Is it on Boston? I think it is. It is on Luka Garza. So Embiid went back into the locker room. He's getting checked out by the trainers. Yeah, Garza just pushed Drummond. So now it's Maxey who gets the inbound pass. Paul George has it, gets it knocked loose by Jaylen Brown. Walsh gets the steal. Now it's Brown with a layup inside, and he puts it up and puts it on in. It's a two-possession game again. 76-70. The Sixers down by 6. 9 turnovers for Boston. That was only the 5th turnover by Philadelphia. Edgecombe has it over at the Celtics logo. Drives, attacks, lost the ball, turned over by Philadelphia, and Boston comes away with yet another steal. And now it's Jaylen Brown again, giving it over to Garza for 2. No, and a whistle called against the Sixers. Boston's being aggressive with 3:34 to go. Joel Embiid did something to his knee and just went back to the locker room. Unreal. Boston can take a 3-possession lead on 1 free throw here from Luka Garza. Sixers just have 3 timeouts left. Boston has 4, and Boston's up by 7. Any more updates on the Phillies game? What inning are we in? What's the score? Edgecombe just came on over to the bench. 77-70. Boston's on a little run. And free throw number 2 by Luka Garza is up, and it's in. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to go. Boston is on a 7-0 run. Every time the Sixers try to strike back, Boston just goes on a run, and they just turn it on. And momentum is back on their side. 3:25 to go. It's Tyrese Maxey getting the ball knocked loose again. Boston's defense has been coming to life. Tatum for 2. No, it's blocked, and it goes on out of bounds. Excellent play by Quentin Grimes getting back on defense. Celtics will have possession of the ball. But ever since Andre Drummond has come on in, the Sixers have been very sloppy with the ball, and Boston's defense has been really, really strong. Look at Jaylen Brown just reaching on in. That's what he does. That's why he's a good defensive player. Brown again over at the top of the key. Works around the screen. He'll take it over to the nail. The 2's up, and it's almost stolen by Grimes. A 3 by Pritchard. No. Sixers dodge a bullet there. Drummond gets the rebound. And it's Tyrese Maxey who has it for Philadelphia. Maxey to Drummond. A corner 3. Andre Drummond knocks it down. They just leave him wide open. They leave him wide open for a 3, and it's back to a 5-point game with 2:40 left to go in the third quarter of play. Pritchard, Tatum, Garza, Walsh, and Brown out there for the Boston Celtics. 5 on the shot clock. Tatum, 3-point shot, nails it. Right off the dribble, in the face of Andre Drummond. Back to an 8-point game. Boston has the response, and Tatum is now 4 for 9 from beyond the arc. Here's George over to Oubre. One more to Grimes for a 3, and that one is good. The Sixers and the Celtics going back and forth on these 3-point shots. 2:05 left to go. Can they just play defense? Tatum another 3, and that time he's human. Drummond tips it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Boston basketball. Joel Embiid is going to sub back on in for Andre Drummond. He came on out of the locker room, and he's back into the ball game. Let's hope that this makes a difference here. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. He's like, put me back in there, coach. And Vucevic is also going to come on in, and Boston's going to make their counter punch of a move. 81-76 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter of play. Embiid's back out there. Brown at the top of the key gets the inbound pass for Boston. and he works around a couple of Sixers players, drives on the inside, puts it up, and puts it on in. 83-76. Maxey over to George. A transition three, and that's good. 4-point ball game. Paul George getting involved in the offense and knocks down a three for Philadelphia. 13 points for PG. Tatum gets fouled by Grimes, and that was not in the act of shooting. It was a foul on the floor. They call it a personal foul on Quentin Grimes. That's just his first personal foul of the game. I'll tell you, Quentin Grimes has actually not played bad in this game so far. He has not played bad. Adam, what's going on? How you doing, man? Has Embiid ever had a fully healthy season? No, he's never had a fully healthy season. Here is the first foul shot for Tatum. It's up, and it's good. 84-79, Celtics up by 5. Another one for Jason Tatum, and he can't hit it that time. Paul George gets the rebound. Sixers down by 5. 1:25 to go in the third quarter. George with a handoff over to Grimes. Grimes for three. It's up. It's in. 2-point game. Quentin Grimes knocks down a bomb from the left side of the wing. And the Sixers trail by 2 with 1:10 to go in the third quarter of play. They've made it a one-possession game. Tatum again, looking to attack against Joel Embiid. Pump fake, spins around, gets the layup to go, and it's a 4-point lead again for Boston. They get themselves a little bit of breathing room once again. Here's Paul George on the handoff over to Grimes. Grimes another three for the Sixers. Not that time. It's off on the right side. 45 seconds to go. Boston has momentum again, and Jaylen Brown is guarded by Paul George on the perimeter. Another handoff pass that goes over to Jason Tatum, who works around the screen. A three-point shot won't go. George gets the rebound. An outlet pass to Tyrese Maxey. 25 seconds left to go in this third quarter, and about 5 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Maxey at the logo. Embiid with a pick. Maxey for three for the Sixers. Got it! It's a 1-point game! 13.3 seconds left in this third quarter. The Sixers have outscored the Celtics 35-29 in this third quarter of play. Pritchard to Walsh for a corner three. Way off the mark. Grimes gets the rebound, and a prayer, no good. Sixers down by 1 as they go into the fourth quarter. That's a strong third quarter finish. One more quarter left to go. How about Trey Turner with 4 hits tonight? That's good. All right. It ain't over yet, baby. This is what they do to us. Rich, what's going on, Rich? How you doing, my guy? Folks, if you are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, Eagles football on this channel as well. And we do a lot of Major League Baseball games too. Sixers obviously facing elimination against the Boston Celtics. They trailed the series 3-1, and they're hoping to try to bring it back to the Xfinity Mobile Arena for Game 6. Can they do it? Is the question down below. Man, oh man. Excuse me. All right. It's heart attack time. Need that finish. Let's clutch up in the clutch now. I like the sound of that. I do. I like the sound of that very, very much. How the Phillies doing? 7-0, top of the 9th, beat down at the bank. Well, I mean, it's just one game, but did firing Rob Thompson help? I know it's just one game, but I don't know. Steve is here. What's up, Steve? It's heart attack time. I don't know what to think about this team. Joel Embiid is back out there. I can't believe it, but I also can believe it. It's just unbelievable. This guy has dealt with so many injuries. It's so tiring. It's so exhausting. Maxey has 19 points. He looked really good in the third quarter. Grimes has been stepping up. Paul George has played really well. VJ has just not played well, and I'm a little disappointed about that, but I obviously know that this is a learning experience for him. He's never experienced playoff basketball before. So it's hard to assess that. But the Sixers really closed out that third quarter strong. They got to keep the foot on the gas pedal here. They've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal, man. Henry's here. Keep hitting the thumbs up button. Keep subscribing, baby. Where are we tapping on in from tonight? Let us know down below. It's time to give people some shout-outs. Where are we turning on in from? Certainly gave the Phils a spark tonight, that's for sure, Rich. That's for sure, man. We got 76 likes, 24 more till we get to 100. I'm having mixed feelings. Do I want them to rip the Band-Aid off or keep going in this series, says Steve? Rip the Band-Aid off, keep it going. Rip the Band-Aid off, keep it going. I hear you, man. Like and spike. Let's get the W. We got Las Vegas in the house. What's up, Grace? Embiid going from surgery to two 20-point-plus games is wild. I'm in Roanoke, Virginia, says Steve. What's up, Steve? Where else? Where else are we? All right, here we go. Sixers on offense. Maxey for three for the lead. It's no good. Edgecombe gets the rebound. Back to Embiid, and the Sixers will reset it again. George for three at the top of the key. Good! Sixers have their first lead since the first quarter. They were down by 17-16. That was the last time that they had their lead. Well, they were actually down 16-15, but they had the lead at 17-16. Here's Brown. He's going to get called for an offensive foul. A little pushover against Paul George. And the Sixers start off the fourth quarter strong. George got elbowed right into the stomach. And so Sixers are up by 2. And Jaylen Brown absolutely pushed him off like he was a football player, just stiff-armed him right there. We got Greensboro, North Carolina in the building as well. Here's Tyrese Maxey over to Paul George. Another three for PG. Not that time. Oh, dang it. That was a bad shot there by Paul George. He shot straight on from the top of the key. Pritchard for Boston, working around a pick-and-roll offense, swims around, and gives it over to Shireman, who goes downhill. Shireman now has to bounce past it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball. Let's go. Sixers on offense. Here's Tyrese Maxey again for the 76ers. 10:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time left, obviously. And the Sixers are going to get called for another charge. Paul George set a back screen that was supposed to be for Quentin Grimes, and he planted a seed, and he just moved just a little bit and got Peyton Pritchard to trip. Oh, man. Wasn't looking behind him. Just a tough break there for the 76ers. 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Back and forth we go. Pritchard at the elbow. And he'll step back and give it over to Derek White for the Boston Celtics. It's Pritchard, it's Cada, it's Brown, it's White, and Shireman for Boston. A three by Brown. Not that time. Edgecombe gets the rebound for the 76ers. That's his fifth board of the game. Here's Joel Embiid working downhill on the block. Fades away and knocks down the 2. Joel Embiid with 27 points, shooting 50% from the field, has 7 dimes and 4 rebounds as well. It's Jaylen Brown again, over at the elbow, getting guarded by George. A 2, not that time. Offensive rebound by Brown, can't put it up and in. And the Sixers get a rebound again. Maxey to Edgecombe for 3 for the Sixers, just a little bit off to the left side. Couldn't knock it down. Timeout by Joe Mazzulla and the Boston Celtics. Good start to the fourth quarter. I know that Edgecombe missed that 3. He's just so cold from downtown. I can't understand why. But JoJo says we're not done yet. I need another Phillies update, chat. Tell me how they're doing. How the Fightins doing? Is it still 7-0? We're at 80 likes. 21 or 20 more. Nice. I know that air horn's probably going to get annoying. But we got to keep smashing that air horn. If the Sixers are winning, if it's going to help them win, then we got to do it. Don Mattingly's first game as manager, and he wins. Let's go, man. Mattingly got the W. Is that officially it for the Phillies? Oh, they saw it in real time, I bet you. Yep, they did. They got the W, and they shut out the Giants. Love it! They shut out San Francisco. Beautiful. Phillies are 1-0 in the Don Mattingly era. Hallelujah. That's good. They can actually win games. That's good. That is good. Excuse me. Good. So the Fightins won today. We'll come back to do the Fightins tomorrow. There's still plenty of baseball to go, guys. Still plenty of baseball left. Gosh, we have like all summer for baseball. It's going to be a long summer. I'm excited, though. I am. Congrats to Don Mattingly, baby. He's the player of the game, I guess, right? Jesus Luzardo, though, I heard was phenomenal. They got to start somewhere. Let's go. We got so much baseball left. Let's effing go, Phillies. Finally. Let's go. Let's go, baby. They got the W. I love it. I love it. Let's hope that they can take the series tomorrow. Who pitches tomorrow, chat? Who pitches tomorrow for the Phillies? Is tomorrow Sanchez? Or no? I feel like tomorrow has to be a Sanchez day, right? Maybe it is. I don't have it in front of me. Right now, I'm just all focused on this basketball team. It's a do-or-die situation for them. 3 timeouts left for the Sixers. 3 timeouts left for the Celtics. If this does go to a Game 6, Game 6 will be on Thursday night. We will be able to cover it. We'll be doing it during our fundraising stream because there's only going to be one baseball game that night. People are like, well, why aren't you going to do the Flyers on Wednesday? Because we have 8 baseball games that we're going to do, and that's a little bit complicated when we have to do all these jumping jacks and squats and all those types of things. Either Sanchez or Painter. Oh, okay, they haven't decided yet? Okay. All right, that sounds about right, too. 90-86, the 76ers are up by 4. Bohm got a good one. Shocker. I heard that Turner had 4 hits, John. When was the last time that happened? Feels like it was eons ago. And hey, they didn't need me to be in the lineup. All right, here we go. Defense! Celtics gonna pass it off over to Nehemiah Skada, the center, and he'll hand it off over to Derek White again. White on a pick and roll, goes up for a 2. No foul called. Maxey gets the rebound for the Sixers, and he'll have to pass it over to VJ Edgecombe. 9:25 to go. Boston has not scored so far in this fourth quarter. Sixers on a 5-0 run. And here's Tyrese Maxey working against Jaylen Brown. Zips it over to Grimes. Grimes with a pass over to Edgecombe. 2 seconds left. Paul George, a prayer for 3. And I don't know what that was. That was terrible. Not a good offensive possession by Philadelphia. They had to scramble at the last second. Hauser, pump fake. Hauser, 3-point shot. Nails it. And just like that, it's a 1-point ball game. Sam Hauser on a pump fake able to provide a bullseye. And he just knocked down a tray. Sixers need a bucket here. That was his first 3 of the game. It's Tyrese Maxey over at the Celtics logo. Gets a screen from Embiid. Maxey with a handoff over to Embiid. It was almost wide. Embiid, foul line J. He's unstoppable. It's good. 8:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers up by 3. 32 minutes for number 21, and he has 29 points in this game. Another handoff to Hauser. It's back to Jason Tatum. Swings it over to Hauser. Hauser to Brown for the tie. It's no good. Jaylen Brown can't knock it down. Sixers going to rebound again. They go from right to left. And Tyrese Maxey has the rock for Philadelphia. Maxey on the attack. Maxey drives. Maxey scoops and scores. 5-point lead for the 76ers with 7:50 left to go in the fourth quarter of play. Brown again looking to pass it as he gets stopped in his tracks by VJ Edgecombe. Great defense by VJ. And they'll swing it again around the timeline. Brown, Hauser, catch and shoot three. Sam Hauser, a one-man wrecking crew in this fourth quarter for Boston. He has scored all 6 points for them, and it's back to a 2-point game with 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Embiid thought about taking the three, handed it off over to Grimes. Grimes for a three, and a foul called. Clinton Grimes will go to the line for not one, not two, but 3 free throws for the Philadelphia 76ers. JJ, is it weird I like Philly and Boston in basketball, says Jacob? Is that weird? Rich Eisen would think that that's the craziest thing. And the reason why I say that is because one of his staffers is like wearing a Yankees hat and a Dodgers hat, and he gets made fun of it all the time on his show. So now he actually put on the Phillies cap today because Don Mattingly is now their manager, which I think is kind of funny. 95-92, but for you, I mean, it is a little weird. It is a little weird, but you know what, man? Like, you're welcome to do whatever it is that you want to do, man. 96-92. If you're a fan, you're a fan. That's the way that I look at it. Grimes at the line for one more. 97-92, Philadelphia.
Excellent.
It's a 5-point lead for the 76ers. And Tatum again gets it over at the elbow, deflects it away. Maxey almost got a steal. The ball goes on out of bounds. Last touch by Tyrese Maxey. And that'll stop the clock with 7:07 to go in the fourth quarter. 106 people in the chat. We have 82 likes. We need 5 more subscribers for us to get to our next milestone, and that's 9,800. We're almost 200 subscribers away from getting to the 10,000 marker. Here's a 2 by Keita. Count it, and a foul. The foul is on Grimes, and Keita will head to the line for just one more foul shot. Look at the pick and roll offense. Jaylen Brown, bounce pass on the inbound. Brown got it right at the nail and just was able to bounce it over to Keita, and the floater was good. Contact by Grimes. The and one opportunity won't go, and Jaylen Brown gets the board. I mean, are you kidding me? Hauser tries to tie the game. It's no good either. George swats it away, but it goes into the hands of Jason Tatum. White will try to tie it. That's no good. And White says, darn it. And George gets the rebound. It's just Boston getting all these rebounds, and the Sixers getting lucky that Boston's not nailing these threes. It's Embiid again over at the foul line. He'll zip it out over to Tyrese Maxey. And Maxey was looking for somebody and just threw it into no man's land. And it's a turnover on the 76ers. The ball was thrown out of bounds. He thought that Grimes was over to his left, and Grimes was far from his left. I don't know what that was. Tatum tries to tie the game. That's not even close. And Maxey comes away with his miss. 6:12 to go in this fourth quarter of play. Tyrese Maxey at the Celtics logo. And now it's back to Embiid over on the low block. Derek White's guarding him. Double team comes. Gives it outside to Grimes. Grimes for three. Yes, sir. 194. Quentin Grimes has stepped up in this game for Philadelphia. Grimes gets his hand in the cookie jar. Jaylen Brown in the backcourt. He's being full court pressed by Grimes. 8 seconds to go. How's that not a backcourt violation? He was there for at least 8 seconds. Jaylen Brown over at the foul line for 2. Not that time. Edgecombe gets the rebound for the Sixers. How did they not call that an 8-second violation? Unbelievable. Edge coming back over to Embiid over on the low block. He's being double teamed. He spins around and fades away and hits the 2. 102-94. Embiid putting the team on his back. And Quentin Grimes stepping up as well. That's the type of fight that we like to see. See that fadeaway jumper that he just hit? This guy's he's doing this on one knee. Unbelievable. That is unreal. What are we watching? Boston just cannot hit anything at all whatsoever. The Sixers lead it by 8 points with 5:16 to go. There's still time in this game. But gosh, Joel Embiid. You're 1,000% correct. Has to be the biggest what-if player in NBA history. He is. It's just unreal. Rich says, yeah, I was just thinking that too. He is. He absolutely is. He is just like one of the most skilled players that we've ever seen. But it's just injury after injury after injury, man. It's just unbelievable. We are 5 subscribers away, chat, from getting to 9,800 subs. Thank you all again so much. We are also 16 likes away from getting to 100. Philly with the 76ers logo. Look at that. The members are coming out. Love it. If you guys want to become a member, it is $2.99 a month. We have Phillies emotes. We have Sixers emotes. We'll be getting the Phillies emotes ready for tomorrow. But it's crazy. And people were saying that the Sixers are worse with worse with Joel Embiid. Sanchez on Wednesday, Painter on Thursday, Wheeler Friday, Nola Saturday, and Zeus is on Sunday. Good to know. Good to know. Let's go, Sixers. Gosh. What a birthday gift. Let's go, man. This ain't over. We're not done. We're not done. But the Boston Celtics only have 2 timeouts left. They got to stay hot. They have to keep this Boston Celtics team cold. Because Boston is frigid from 3. They had so many chances to try to tie the game. And yet have just not been able to shut the door. Twitter really tries to tell me that Embiid is trash, says Key. It's just crazy. It's just unbelievable, man. Don fixed the Phillies. JJ, I'm so happy that they got rid of Walker. Dude, me too. That was another one of those bad eggs that you had to move on from him. So you move on from Topper, check. You move on from Walker, check. What's next? What's next for the Philadelphia Phillies, man? Celtics live and they die by the 3. And it shows, man. You think if Embiid plays a few more years and if he wins one more MVP, do you think he could be a Hall of Famer? I think Joel Embiid, as weird as this sounds, I think he might still be a Hall of Famer. Tatum with a reverse bucket. Can't get it that time. They just inbounded it over to Tatum, and he almost hit a ridiculous shot. And so he wasn't able to knock it down, though. Sixers got the board. They move from right to left. George to Embiid, who rolls to the basket, and he gets fouled hard, lands flat on his back, and Keita fouls him, and he will have to be helped up by 2 of his teammates, Grimes, Maxey, and there's George from behind. Just unbelievable. They got to move on from K. Long, man. Dave is gone next. Do you think it's Dave or do you think it's Kevin Long? I actually think that Kevin Long will survive, and it is Dave who's next. Embiid 7 for 8 from the line. Joel Embiid. If they win this game, I gotta change my thumbnails for Thursday. Foul shot number 1 for Joel. Got it. 103-94 with 4:52 to go in the fourth quarter. If they win this game, they better win during my fundraiser. They better force it to a Game 7. They better force it to a Game 7. 4:52 to go in the fourth. Embiid to the line for one more. Got it to go. It's good.
Excellent.
104-94. It's a 10-point lead for the Sixers. That's their largest lead of the game. Jaylen Brown dribbles with the right hand, crosses over, foul line Jay, in and out it goes, rebounded by the Sixers. It went out of Kata's hands, he lost it, and George came on up with it for Philadelphia. 4:25 to go in the fourth. Embiid at the foul line extended, looks to cross over against Kata. Kata can't stop Joel Embiid as he fades away, goes up for 2, and he almost knocked it down. Tatum got the board though. The door's still open. White for 3. That's off the mark. And Kata gets the offensive rebound again, and he's fouled by Grimes. Nehemiah Kata with 13 rebounds in this game. He is jumping through the air, just grabbing rebounds, snatching them left and right against the Sixers. And so is Jason Tatum as well. Tatum has 15 boards, and Kata has 13. Maxey actually has 9 rebounds in this game. Crazy to say that. 104-94. 4:04 to go in the fourth. They can't hit the open threes. Nope. Hauser's going to go on over to the bench. Tatum, Pritchard, White, Kata, and Brown are in. They go to a small guard lineup. Tatum is going to try to inbound it here, and he will give it up over to Kata. Pritchard on the left side. Pritchard at the top of the key. Rolls down the lane. Steps back for 2. Not that time. Excellent job by Maxey to get his 10th rebound of the game. That's crazy. The fact that Maxey has 10 rebounds and Tatum has 15 is unbelievable. Maxey steps back. Baseline J. Right in his wheelhouse. It's good. 106-94, a 9-0 run by Philadelphia over the last 3.5 minutes. And Brown gets the handoff. We have another foul on Paul George. Paul George with 4 personal fouls in this game. Embiid is 3. Maxey has 1. Grimes has 3. And Kata has 5 for Boston. Tatum will inbound it again to Derek White. 14 seconds are left on the shot clock. 5 more subscribers till we get to 9,800 subs. Tatum for 2. And a foul on Tyrese Maxey. Nope, they're going to say that Tatum lost the ball, and it'll be Sixers basketball just like that. Let's go. Excellent defense again by Maxey. Wow. He's like looking over at the ref, saying, how's that not a foul? 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in this fourth quarter of play. Sixers have been in complete control in this fourth quarter. Boston only has 8 points. The Sixers have 21. Maxey to Grimes for 3. And that's way, way, way too strong. Hit off the backboard. Didn't even hit the rim. And Brown again looks to attack on the interior. Zips it over towards the outside to Tatum. Kata with a floater inside. No. Tatum gets his 16th rebound, and he's fouled by Joel. It is a shooting foul called on Joel Embiid, and that'll stop the clock with 2:42 to go in the fourth. I'm probably benching the starters if I'm the Celtics. They should rest guys for Game 6 and Game 8. Game 6 and 8. 3 more subs till we get to 9,800. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Love it. All right, 2:42 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tatum got cut, and he is getting some ointment on his finger. They're showing a close-up of it. I don't even know if I have to see it or not. But regardless, it's a 106-94 game. Embiid got called for the shooting foul. And in this game, he now has 4 personal fouls. Whoever did just subscribe to the channel, make sure you comment who you are down below. 92 likes, 8 more till we get to 100. And our fundraising stream starts tomorrow. Let's go. Waz with the sub. Thank you very, very much. We got 167 people in the chat. Tatum at the line. Tatum for a free throw. Not that time. He missed it. J-Tay, 24 points, 16 rebounds, 4 dimes. And he just missed his second free throw of the game. Foul shot number 2. Tatum misses that one as well. George gets the board for Philadelphia. Let's go. And a handoff over to Tyrese Maxey with 2:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Sixers trying to put the closing touches here on Game 5 and force a Game 6. Maxey to Edgecombe for 3. That's good! 109-94. Sixers trying to say goodnight to Boston and extend the series to 6 and go back to Philadelphia. A foul called again. It's on Paul George. Look at Tyrese Maxey just trying to be a leader and just keep his teammates from not losing their mind. You saw that with Nick Nurse. That's not even a teammate. That's his coach. A little bit of a different scenario there, but he did that with Joel. He did it with VJ. Boston fans filing out of the stadium. 109-94. 2:16 to go in the fourth. Brown at the line. Foul shot number 1. He swishes it. And it's a 109-95 game. We need 2 more likes and 2 more subs for us to get to 100 likes and 9,800 subscribers. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Baylor Shireman will come on in for Tatum. Jordan Walsh will come on in for Derek White. Let's go, baby. Brown at the line for another foul shot. Jaylen Brown able to knock it down. 109-96 with 2:16 left to go in the fourth quarter of play. It's Tyrese Maxey over at the Celtics logo again. He crosses over a couple of times. Walsh is on him. Embiid comes away with a screen. Maxey lost the ball, but he's fouled. And he will get fouled on the reach-in call. Portland and San Antonio play next. Didn't the Spurs just play last night? It feels like that they did. That was 2 nights ago. Darlene, what's going on, Darlene? If you're a Celtics fan, don't forget to like. If you're a Sixers fan, don't forget to like. We love each and every one of you, and we thank you all so much for being on here. 1:59 to go here in quarter number 4. Sixers are 2 minutes away, less than 2 minutes away from extending this to a 6-game series. Back out to Philadelphia. Let's go. 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Maxey over on the left elbow. Steps back, goes up for 2. Good night, Boston. Let's go, baby. 111-96. 1:45 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Celtics have Ron Harper Jr. out there, the former guard from Rutgers. They also got Shireman, Walsh, Gonzalez, and Cada. That's their cleanup crew that they decide to go with. 1:33 to go. Sixers call for time. Darlene, shout out to you. Folks, we are doing our first 48-hour live stream tomorrow. You heard that correct. We are going to be on for 48 hours tomorrow morning, and we are doing our first charity stream of the year in honor of getting close to 10,000 subscribers. We're seeking to raise $10,000 to raise for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation in honor of my brother who passed away from familial dysautonomia back in 2020. All right, here are the links for tomorrow. We will definitely be educating you guys. We do a lot of baseball content on this channel as well. So we'll be having a lot of baseball games tomorrow throughout the afternoon. Same thing on Thursday. We're just going to keep these cameras rolling for 48 hours. It's going to be unbelievable. It's a lot of work, but that's the type of grinding that we love to do. And we want to try to make the channel... We want to try to really do good for this channel. It's not just about calling games. It's about bringing people together, making a community, and just trying to really inspire one another to just do good. So if you guys can spread the word, I would really appreciate it. You certainly do not have to donate, but I really hope to see you guys on here tomorrow. We'll be on all day tomorrow, all day Thursday. It's going to be unbelievable. 1:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. So the Celtics trail by 15. Jabari Walker is out there for the 76ers, and he puts up a 3 for Philadelphia. That one won't go. And it's rebounded again by Boston. 1:13 left in this game here in the fourth quarter. Sixers lead it 111-96. A Shireman three-point shot. That won't solve anything. Boston has only put up 10 points in this fourth quarter. The Sixers have outscored them 26-10. 26-10 in this fourth quarter. That is insane. Walker with a handoff over to Trendon Watford. Watford finds Barlow downhill, and he gives it back outside to Walker, and his three-point shot won't go. Barlow gets the rebound, and he's fouled with exactly 40 seconds to go. Well, JJ, I was wrong. 76ers just surprised me. It's a good win for the 76ers, baby. It's what they do, man. Just when you think that they're done, they try to wheel you back on in. I'm keeping my cool. We will definitely talk about this game once it is done. Please give me one more thumbs up. Let's go. 2 more subs. 2 more subs. Subscribing to the channel is free. We are almost 200 subscribers away from getting to 10,000 subscribers, guys. That's unbelievable. 32 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Shireman gets it as he goes downhill, goes up with a 2, or actually past it. And that went over to Hugo Gonzalez. It was no good, and we have a foul that's called again on Philadelphia. It'll be on Kyle Lowry, who is out there for his first couple of minutes in the Celtics-Sixers series. Go. I need a sip of water. One more sub. Let's go. 24.4 seconds left in this fourth quarter of play. The first foul shot by Amari Williams was good. The second one, he can't knock it down. The Boston Celtics have been super cold from the line in this game. And they are just 14 for 23. That's it. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. And so the Sixers will dribble this one out. It'll be a shot clock violation, and they will extend the series to Game 6. And that'll be played on Thursday against the Boston Celtics out at the X. The Sixers will host the Boston Celtics for Game 6 at home in Philadelphia, and that's going to wrap it up. 113-97 is the final score of this game. The Sixers win. It's time to play the damn song. Let's go.
Excellent.
Let's go, baby. go, baby. Let's go, baby. 9800, we did it, baby. Let's go, 9800. Let's go, baby. Thank you so much. We are 200 subscribers away from 10,000 subs. Woo! You guys are the best. I love it. Woo! Oh, man. Let's go, man. Guys, this is what they do. This is being a Philadelphia 76ers fan. This is what the Philadelphia 76ers do to us. The Philadelphia 76ers played terrible in the first quarter to end that quarter. They were very lifeless, and then they started to turn it on a little bit in the second quarter. And then in the third quarter, they start off flat. And then when Joel Embiid comes back into the game, they finish really strong. I am so sick. I am so tired of these narratives of when people say Joel Embiid coming back for the Philadelphia 76ers was the wrong decision. Those people are incorrect when they say that. Joel Embiid, the one thing that he does a good job at is change the pace of the game. Joel does a great job drawing fouls. And when you give him the ball down low on the block, it's really tough to stop him. The Boston Celtics in Game 5, in Game 4, did an excellent job making sure that Joel Embiid did not touch the ball that much over on the block. There were times where we saw Joel Embiid get very passive, and when he's attempting threes, he just stands over at the three-point line. This guy needs to get over to the block because he's so good at posting guys up in the post. And when he's getting fouled by Jaylen Brown, Nehemiah Skata, that really messes with the Boston Celtics, and that messes up everything an opponent is doing. And I give a lot of things to Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse definitely does not put Joel Embiid in positions to succeed. Tonight, Joel Embiid did get the ball in the fourth quarter on the block a lot of times, and he was unstoppable. How about that fadeaway, too, that he was able to hit? This guy's on one knee. This guy is just making these ridiculous shots. And he's just stepping back all over Jason Tatum. He's stepping back over Jaylen Brown. That is what makes Joel Embiid so gifted. Give him the ball down low on the block, or even have him operate at the foul line and just put him in his spot. Because that's why Joel Embiid is a weapon. I am sick and tired of these people saying that the Sixers play faster without Joel Embiid. That's true. But what I'm sick and tired of, let me rephrase that, is that they say that they're better without Joel Embiid. That is not true. That's just statistically not true. You watch Andre Drummond out there tonight. If Andre Drummond plays this entire game, the 76ers lose. Look at the run that Boston went on when Andre Drummond was in the game. They went on a 10-0 run, and they went on an 8-0 run when Joel Embiid got hurt. That's just the nature of where this team is at. They don't have enough depth. But the reason why that they're still in this series, part of the problem was that Boston got very cold shooting in this game. They were living and dying by the three, and tonight they died by the three, and the Sixers were able to win and attack because they made more shots. Quentin Grimes also stepped on into the building tonight, and he had a couple of clutch buckets. I don't see Quentin Grimes putting up a performance like what he did tonight again. If he does, that's a game changer. I don't see that. But to me, tonight was an admiration. I'm not telling you that the Philadelphia 76ers are going to win this series. I'm not. I'm not here to tell you that. But what I will tell you, just based on how things went in that fourth quarter, they put up a good fight, and they're not going down. They are not going down. And that's what I wanted to see in Game 4, and that's what I wanted to see in Game 1. And I didn't get to see that. But that's where I stand. They got the W. Now they force a Game 6. I don't know if they can replicate this. Boston, to me, again, I will always say this, Boston has the better team. But you got another 48 minutes. And if Joel Embiid can play like he did tonight, and if the Celtics don't shoot as well as they did, again, this could go to 7. It could. It absolutely could. What's one word, though, that you would use to describe that game? Please comment that down below. I am going to take a step off. Also, shout yourself out if you did subscribe to the channel tonight. We will have a post-game show. We will break all of this down. We have a lot of positives to talk about with this game, with how things went in that fourth quarter. This was not pleasing to the eye in the first 3 quarters. But in the fourth quarter, Boston just went ice cold, and the Sixers outscored the Celtics 28-11. They died by the 3, and the Sixers got themselves a big W. With that, we're going to have a post-game show. We'll be taking phone calls as well. 610-314-0844 is how you dial on into the post-game show. I do want to hear your thoughts. I should hear a lot of praise tonight from the Philadelphia 76ers because to me this was an admiration. I didn't even get to talk about Paul George, but he played extremely well too. 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 16 points. At times I saw them go into him as a playmaker, and that made me smile too because we didn't see that in the last game either. So, all right. Give me 5 minutes, and then we'll do our post-game show. Call on in. Let me know what you guys have to say, and I will see you all in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Impressive. A very impressive win for the Philadelphia 76ers tonight as they take Game 5 of this best-of-7 series, and they will extend it to a Game 6, and they will be playing their next game out at the Xfinity Mobile Arena, and we'll see what ends up happening for Game 6. But let's talk about Game 5, because to me this was an admiration, okay? They did not play well in the first 3 quarters of this game overall. I thought that they really, we'll get to the fourth quarter in just a little bit. They start off the game strong, and then they get a little bit cold as Joel Embiid has taken these ill-advised threes. There's some bad calls from the refs over on both sides. I liked how the refs at first were making both teams play, but then there were just some whistles left and right that you just didn't like, and both teams were just not able to play. But I really was not happy with the effort towards the end of that first quarter. I thought that the Sixers offense got to be a little bit stale. And every time Boston went on a run, every time the Sixers made it close, they just couldn't get over that hump. And Boston was just going on a nice 7-0 run led by Jaylen Brown. Some of the time Jason Tatum was making these step-back fadeaway shots. But then the 76ers got back into this. I thought they really did a good job in the third quarter. From the 5-minute, or sorry, from the 8-minute marker to the 5-minute marker, and then Joel Embiid gets hurt, and we're squinting our eyes. We're saying, "Oh no, like this guy is just so fragile," and he gets out of the game. Andre Drummond comes on in. The Celtics go on a nice little run again. But here comes this guy, Joel Embiid, staying on in the game, probably not feeling comfortable at all. And with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, the 76ers go on a nice little run, and all of a sudden they're down by 1 heading on into the fourth quarter. Edgecombe made a couple of wide-open threes, and Quentin Grimes made a couple of really nice plays too. The fourth quarter comes. The Celtics have like 3 chances to tie the game. Derek White misses on a corner 3. Sam Hauser can't connect on a right wing 3-pointer as well. They're getting these offensive rebounds, and the 76ers finally are able to get a rebound as Boston is just missing all of these shots. And the Sixers made their shots. They made the shots when it mattered the most. And Quentin Grimes, Quentin Grimes played really good basketball. I don't know how long that's going to last. I don't. But Grimes really stepped up in the fourth quarter. This to me was an admiration. I still think that the Celtics are the better team. I will continue to say that. And I'm not trying to be negative. But that's just the truth. I expected Boston to win this series coming on in. But tonight the 76ers played better. They played all 4 quarters, the 76ers, and the Celtics played 3. The Celtics actually played 3, but they didn't play the 4th. That's really like what it came down to. That's what it came down to. And if the Celtics are having a tough time closing out the 76ers, it's not going to get easier for them. It's not going to get easier at all. So, my most valuable player tonight, it's Hans. Hands down. Hands down. Joel Embiid. Okay. There were narratives that I heard after Game 4 that they lost that game. The reason why the 76ers lost Game 4 was because Joel Embiid played. It is, I don't usually say this, and I'm trying to be nice here. I don't usually say anything as a dumb take, but that to me is a dumb take. And here's why. Joel Embiid, what he does such a good job at is slowing the game down. In that game in particular, Boston was playing at their style. When you have a guy like Joel Embiid who can get fouled, who can draw a lot of contact, the job is to put him in a position to succeed, and that's why I scratch my head and I look at Nick Nurse and I say to myself, even with the guards that they have out there, why can't the guards give this guy the ball over on the block? Why is Embiid settling for threes at the top of the key? Now that's on him. I'm fine if Joel Embiid is making his threes, shoot the hot ball. But this guy's skill set, this guy's superpower is to get over to the nail or operate down low on the block and just draw up double teams. He's so good at passing out of the double teams. We've seen him do that so many times. And tonight was another example of an admiration of just a what if. Like Joel Embiid, somebody said it, and they said it perfectly in the chat. He's the biggest what if in the NBA. What if he just stayed healthy? That's what I learned tonight. For the people that said that the Sixers are better without Joel Embiid, they are wrong. You can play fast, but when you have a guy like Joel Embiid, you can slow the game down. And I actually, call me crazy when I say this, but I feel like part of the problem that Boston had in the fourth quarter, I felt like part of the problem was that Joel Embiid did slow the game down for them. And I felt like that the change of pace factored into why they ended up losing. Now, I know that they live and die by the three, and when you have open looks like Derek White has had, like Sam Hauser had, even Peyton Pritchard had a couple of open looks tonight and couldn't knock them down. I still have to admit that the Sixers changing their style, changing their pace, and when Quentin Grimes has the ball and he's not making the correct reads to Joel Embiid, they're giving the ball now to Paul George and he's lofting it inside to the big fella. Like, that stuff works. And you can win with Joel Embiid out there. As a matter of fact, Joel Embiid makes your team better. I have news for you. And I have to go after the critics. I have to go after the haters because there are times where I get really frustrated watching Joel Embiid when he's settling for all those threes. But to say that the Sixers aren't better without Joel Embiid, you're just wrong. Look at the numbers. Look at Andre Drummond out there tonight as the backup center. Andre Drummond, when he came on in, the Sixers were cooked. Why do you think Adem Bona didn't get a lot of minutes tonight? Because Adem Bona has been abysmal in this series. He has. Tyrese Maxey stepped up big time too. And I want to make sure I give this guy his flowers. I thought that Tyrese Maxey showed a lot of leadership skills tonight. And I was actually proud of Tyrese Maxey. Because even though Joel Embiid had himself a really good game, I thought that Tyrese Maxey was grabbing rebounds, especially in that fourth quarter. And also, what I loved about Tyrese Maxey tonight that's not going to show up on the stat sheet, there were a couple of times where Nick Nurse is chirping over at the referee, upset about a non-foul call or a foul call that was a bad call by the refs. And the refs were awful tonight on both sides. I'm watching Joel Embiid also chirping over at the ref, and Tyrese Maxey is saying, hey, like, we need you. We need you to calm down. We can't have these guys get on into your head. That's what a leader does. A leader keeps everybody else in check. And that, to me, was also a big difference from when I watched Tyrese Maxey last year, even compared to this year. Because he wants to win. And he's saying, I need you. I need you. I can't put up with any of this stuff because we need to mentally stay in this game. We need you to lock in, Joel. We need you to keep your cool, Nick Nurse. Like, the head coach is always losing his cool, and it's just funny to me how his star player has to go out there to just, say to him to calm down. It's unbelievable to me. And that happened to Paul George too. And Tyrese Maxey is just like, like, I got your back, but we gotta stay focused. And on the other side, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are chirping at the referees. And they were the mentally weaker team tonight. The Sixers were actually the mentally tougher team in this game. As funny as that sounds. The Sixers kept their calm, cool, and collectiveness out there, and you didn't necessarily see a lot of chirping from the Philadelphia 76ers compared to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. I even saw Derek White complaining a couple of times. So the Sixers, I actually thought that they got into their heads. VJ Edgecombe tonight didn't have a good game again. It's a learning experience. This guy is learning how to play against really good defenses. And he's learning how to play against teams that are going to be physical with him. Teams that have athleticism on him. Like this, I feel like is going to be really good for him. I feel like that this is helping him learn. And the nice part about it is that he's not the number one option. So he sort of gets, more attention, but this is only going to help him elevate his game. We say it all the time. Sometimes, like, when you are in the NBA, when you're in this league, you have to learn what it's like to go through adversity. Michael Jordan had to go through adversity with the bad boy Pistons, with the Celtics, and all those teams before he even won a championship. LeBron had to go through adversity before he even won a championship. You talk about the Spurs. You talk about the Dallas Mavericks. Even when he went to the Miami Heat, he had to learn what it was like to win. And it took him time to do that. I'm not telling you that VJ Edgecombe is going to be a top 5 all-time NBA player, but even if you look at the greats, they had to go through toughness, and they had to build. They had to get experience of what it was like seeing playoff basketball before they started to do well. Maxey also had to go through a lot of growing pains himself. We can look back at 2022, 2023 against the Atlanta Hawks. We can look back against the Boston Celtics. I think it was 2021, 2022 against the Atlanta Hawks. But the point is that's the truth. VJ has not played well since game 2, but he's still giving you a lot on defense. He's still getting rebounds. He's still keeping his head up. And even though he's not making the threes, that's something that he's going to have to work on in his game during the offseason. And that's fine with me because he's in a different timeline compared to Maxey and compared to Embiid. But Joel was special. Tyrese Maxey had a very good fourth quarter and made some really good plays and finally got his shot back. I love it when Tyrese Maxey is going downhill and he's just driving it over to the basket and he's scoring. That's when Tyrese Maxey is the most effective. And when he did that in the fourth quarter, that also made a difference too. Paul George started off the game on fire. Then he got a little bit cold, but then he really stepped up on defense against Jason Tatum. I loved the individual defense that guy played. That guy was clamps on defense. He was your best defender out there. He made Jason Tatum frustrated. And Tatum got into his own head tonight. And he played not aggressive. And I have to give Paul George a ton of credit for staying locked in on him. I also thought that when Edgecombe played on Jason Tatum at times too, he made it really tough as well. This guy's a rookie and he's playing solid defense. Even when he's not shooting the ball well, he's still giving you a lot of athleticism. He's still giving you a lot of hustle plays. That's what you want out of your rookie player. And I've never seen a rookie do this. Sixers didn't shoot the ball well from 3 tonight, but they hustled, and they got into really good positions. And I have to tell you, Nick Nurse, I thought overall managed a very good game. I liked the lineup that they had coming on into the second quarter with Dominic Barlow out there and Quentin Grimes, and they had Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and VJ Edgecombe. I thought that was a really good lineup. I also really enjoyed watching some of the other athletic lineups that he went with, too. The Celtics went small again tonight, and they lived and died by the 3, and the Sixers had their athletic lineup out there in the fourth quarter, and they played with heart. So Nick Nurse deserves a ton of credit, too, for tonight's win as well. I give him a lot of heat, but I got to give him his flowers tonight with his rotations. I'm not talking about the play calling, even though the play calling was a little bit better. Still was not crisp. But yes, good stuff tonight. It was an admiration to me. I think that that's the word that I would use to describe this game. Now the question becomes, can the Sixers continue to get into the Celtics' heads? Because they got into their heads tonight. I will say this again and again and again. The Boston Celtics have the better roster. They have the better team. But guess what? I hate to bring this up. The Philadelphia Phillies had the better team in 2023 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Phillies got into their own heads. They beat themselves, and the Diamondbacks won that series fair and square. But the better team was the Philadelphia Phillies. They just were. The Sixers were the better team against the Atlanta Hawks in 2021. The Hawks again, the Sixers got into their own heads, and the Hawks won that series. Can the Sixers play spoiler against the Celtics? And can they still stay into their heads and keep that mental toughness alive? Because if they're the mentally tougher team, this is going to go to 7. But yes. All right, 610-314-0844. That's how you dial on into the Sixers postgame show. I want to hear from you guys. I will also read some comments as well down below. All right, but that is how you call on into the postgame show. I would love to hear your thoughts right now. Okay, so Joel Embiid, 33 points tonight. Tyrese Maxey, 25. I didn't even get to talk about Quentin Grimes. We've seen some ugly basketball from Quentin Grimes, and tonight I said to myself, welcome to the Philadelphia 76ers, Quentin Grimes. This was his best game that he's played in a very long time for the Philadelphia 76ers. He did not turn the ball over much. He was aggressive. He made shots. And actually, at some points in time, we give him a lot of heat for his defense. In the first half, he was getting owned. And he was getting picked on so badly. But when Joel Embiid was out there and Quentin Grimes was just on the perimeter, I thought that Joel gave him a lot of protection, and Grimes was able to thrive with that protection that he had. And he was also more aggressive too, and didn't do too much with the ball. I don't think he's going to replicate that. But good. Good stuff. Paul George made excellent plays too. I actually really want to see Paul George as more of a primary ball handler come Game 6. Because when the rock is in his hands, he is so underrated with his playmaking. He reminds me a little bit of Jimmy Butler. Remember when the Sixers were playing against the Raptors and Brett Brown said, you know what, scratch Ben Simmons being the primary ball handler. Let's give the ball to Jimmy Butler and see what he can do with the basketball to help his teammates. The Sixers thrived with Jimmy Butler as their primary ball handler. And while it was, I thought, unfair to put Ben Simmons in that spot, because Ben Simmons couldn't do anything else, and he should have been handling the ball a little bit more, and he should have been making plays. Guess what? Jimmy Butler made a lot of plays work in that series against the Raptors. So, yeah, good win. There's still a lot to do. There's still a lot to do. This motel can go to hell, internet. 76ers going to lose this series, but good game, says Joe. The Sixers' effort level tonight didn't match the Celtics initially. They need to out-hustle the Celtics to have a chance. They have to out-hustle them, but I also just feel like that it all comes down to mental toughness. Like, if the Celtics are getting into their own heads, if they are shooting themselves in the foot, if Tatum is making bad reads and the Sixers are trapping him and forcing him to make bad decisions, and if he's crying at the referees, I think that's how you win. I really do. I really feel that way. I don't know if that's going to happen. But the style that they played in that fourth quarter, when the Celtics are just getting frustrated out there, there's something to that. And I'm not convincing myself that they're going to win this series. I'm not doing that at all. If it sounds like it, you're wrong. Really try to process what I'm saying. I'm saying if they're going to win this series, they have to be the mentally tougher team. And Maxey tonight was mentally strong. I will tell you, Paul George's mental toughness tonight was also put on full display too. And so was Joel Embiid's. What if? What if he just stayed healthy? He was locked in, though. He was locked in that fourth quarter. We got 121 likes. And the Celtics couldn't get their shots to fall. Don't forget that either. That's true, too. That is true. The Celtics could not get their shots to fall. They had plenty of chances to tie it up, and they just couldn't do it. Derek White has destroyed the Philadelphia 76ers. He has been a Sixers killer, Derek White. In this series, I hate to say it. I don't know why I say I hate to say it, because as a Sixers fan, I love it. He has not been a factor. This guy, what is Derek White shooting in this series? Let's actually take a look at that. Let's actually take a look at Derek White's numbers. Derek White in this series has shot 21% from three. Let me repeat that again. Derek White has shot 21% from three. 21%. He is cold shooting the basketball. He is really in a funk. But yeah, that's where we are. Grace also says, I'm just glad that we came together as a team and fought for the W. No, we not get in the Celtics' heads. They will come back and win by 25 points again. Boston's the better team. I will continue to say that, but prove me wrong, Sixers. Surprise me. The ball's in your court. Surprise me. Outplay them, out-hustle them, and beat them at their own game. I agree with you, Grace. I agree with you. For sure. Grace says, I would love to see VJ step up the next game. I really want him to have another good game in this playoffs. I do too. I would love to see VJ Edgecombe go off. But again, he has to learn. He has to go through this. Part of what people forget to realize is that there is a difference in timelines. Like, timelines in basketball matter. The last time that we saw a rookie become a champion and be the leader of the team was Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson carried that Lakers squad to that championship. There's a reason why we haven't seen that in forever. Because it's a grown man's league. But can VJ snap out of that funk? I think he can. I think he can play better. I'm hoping he does. But we'll see. All right. I love you guys so much. GF Servant for Life. Thank you so much for tuning on in. He says Tatum's not going to continue to make those mistakes. He's proven that to us a lot of times. Tim Duncan, yeah, Tim Duncan too. Tim Duncan's a good one as well. Tim Duncan's another good one too. You're right. He was a big leader even when he was really young. That's a good answer. GF, you are the man. We will take a phone call. because why not? We have somebody calling on in. We'll get their take, and then we're out. 267 on the phone. The Philadelphia 76ers won, and now there's a Game 6. Overall thoughts about Game 5?
JJ, I got good news for you.
I'm ready. Fire away.
I got good news and I got good news. No bad news. The good news is it was a good Phillies 7-0 shot, even though it cost Topper's job. 113.97. And Joel Embiid put on his Superman cape. The man didn't just score 33 points. Had 8 rebounds and 8 assists. But the man just had an appendectomy 19 days ago, and every time the 76ers had needed Joel Embiid, regardless of all his son's injuries, the man stepped up. Give the man some credit.
267.
And I got one.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ, one more thing.
Yeah.
I got more good news. I got more good news for you. Nick Nurse, and you know, JJ, I'm no Nick Nurse fan. I'm gonna give him his props. Number one, what's his name? Kelly Oubre should not be starting, but he started it. And at halftime, he had 2 points. Nick Nurse pulled his coattail string and put Quentin Grimes in the game. Quentin Grimes played lights out defense on Jaylen Brown.
He did.
And here's some more good news for you. Tatum and Brown didn't have no garbage game.
No.
So Tatum had 28 points and 16 rebounds. Jaylen Brown had 25 points. But the thing is, the Sixers played some defense for a change. That boy Pritchard, they hounded him. They didn't let him get 32 points. They can win this game in Philly and come back to Boston for Game 7. I'm looking forward.
I'm going to tell you this, 267. I don't.
Yes,
I still feel like that Boston is the better team, and
They are.
And I'm just saying to myself, like, all it takes for the Philadelphia 76ers is to just get into their heads. This was probably the first night tonight, and I don't know if you agree with me on this. I didn't think that they were mentally tougher in Game 3. I thought that they out-physically played them in Game 3, or sorry, Game 2. In Game 2, I thought that they were the mentally tougher team tonight.
Yeah, they were. They were. And don't think it didn't get in their head. I looked at Joe Mazzulla. He didn't like that game, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't like that game. And he's going to reload on us.
Yep.
He's going to reload on us. And when they come to Philly, they got to have – and one thing that I didn't like that Nick Nurse did was that Joel Embiid, after having a monster game, the game was in hand. They had a 12-point lead. There was no need to keep having him in the game. And Joel Embiid was dog tired, man. He played 39 minutes.
He did.
39 minutes. Nick Nurse should have not waited all the way until Jaylen Brown and Tatum went out the game. He should have took him out and put Drummond in because the man was dog tired. That's the only thing. I didn't like that he didn't get.
Yeah. I just have to say one more thing, okay?
Yes,
but before I let you go, because these are great takes, I heard 267, all I heard after the last game is that the reason why the 76ers lost the game that they played against Boston was because Joel Embiid should not have come back in the game. And I scratched my head. I'm thinking to myself, Joel Embiid's superpower is getting down low on the block, drawing up double teams, and being a magnet. And if he slows the game down, that's a superpower. Everybody was telling me that they have to play up to the Boston Celtics pace. And I said to all of them, I said, no. If the Sixers make them play at their own pace, and if the Sixers slow the game down, that is part of the reason why Boston's shooting bad too. That's a factor.
That's right. And Boston don't have nothing. You said something so important about Joel Embiid being on the block. Boston has nobody to stop him on the block.
Correct.
Did you see him dogging both their centers?
Yes.
He put the I don't know the guy's name.
Kata.
I think he's an African brother.
Yeah, Kata.
He put him out the game, and the other guy came in. He put him out the game. They started playing without a center.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did. I did see that.
They couldn't do nothing with Joel Embiid.
I did.
They couldn't do nothing with Joel Embiid.
I know.
And it keeps him from getting winded when he's not running around and running out there and shooting them 3-pointers. When he's on the block, he conserves energy.
Yep.
They can't stop him.
No.
And the only thing that Nick Nurse needs to do in this next game when they come back to Philly is wear them two guards down. He's got to use the big guy that the Sixers got, the big guard boy, Edwards.
Yep.
And he got to use the other boy, not
Barlow.
Yeah, Barlow.
Yeah, Barlow.
He got to use them to keep them off the board.
Yep. I
If
agree.
they do that, they can win that game. They can win that game.
They have a chance, man.
Look at the scenario. The Flyers are up 3-2 with Pittsburgh coming back tomorrow night.
Yep.
And even if they lose, and I don't think they're going to lose. I think they're going to win and be done with Pittsburgh. But even if they lose, they still got a game 7 in hand because they was up 3-0.
Yep.
But
That's right.
Boston is up 3-2. Just like the Flyers is up 3-2,
Yes.
but they ain't home. They coming back to Philly.
Yes.
Just like Pittsburgh is coming back to Philly. And if the Sixers win that game, they going back to Boston, buddy, and take game 7.
Yep.
Let's go,
I like that.
Let's go.
I love the energy, man. I love the energy. You are the man. I gotta go.
Hey, JJ.
Yeah.
JJ.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ. I'm sorry, Topper got fired, man, but I'll take that 7-0 shutout today.
I'll take it
What's
too.
his name? Pitched lights out.
Yeah, he did. Yes, Zeus was good.
What's his name? The guy that pitched today?
Zeus. Jesus Luzardo.
Oh, man, he was lights out.
He's good when he's on, man. He's good when he's on.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry to say, I think they're gonna have to go the same route that they went with Taiwan Walker with Nola. No, I think Nola's done, man.
Yep.
I think he's done, JJ. Come on.
I hear you, man. I know. All right, well, I
JJ,
gotta go,
you the
but
man,
I will
brother.
talk to you. I will talk to you later, man. All right.
Hey, JJ, let's go Flyers, let's go Phillies, let's go Sixers.
Let's go, babies. Shout out to my guy 267. Shout out to 267, man. The Celtics will do what they have done when Joel Embiid rears his head. Let him drop his 40 and contain everyone else. GF servant for life. First and foremost, thank you so much for being on here, man. I really appreciate you. I will continue to say this, and I really mean this. This Boston Celtics team is just better than the Philadelphia 76ers. They just are. They're deeper than the Sixers. They have more length than Philadelphia has, and they're a better coached team. I still feel that way. Now, obviously, Joe Mazzulla didn't coach well tonight. And when I look at things on the other side, from the Boston Celtics perspective, okay, Quentin Grimes, I highly doubt that Quentin Grimes is going to go off the way that he did tonight in the fourth quarter. I highly doubt that. That to me is like such an anomaly because he did play out of his mind. He did. He played out of his mind, and the Celtics didn't contain him. The Celtics have actually done, I think, a much better job containing VJ Edgecombe. But they did say, you know, if Edgecombe is going to be cold, make somebody else beat you. And that's what they've always done to Joel Embiid. You're absolutely right. They'll say, you know what, like, let Joel Embiid get his points, but let's contain everybody else. And tonight, the philosophy didn't work. But I still feel like, again, like when I watch the Boston Celtics play, that's why they're just such a good team, because they don't even have to shoot the three ball well. If they can just play physical, and if they can just get into your heads, it's going to be a rough night. And I really don't expect the Philadelphia 76ers to win Game 6. I'm at the point now where I say surprise me. And I don't like how people get this twisted from me, because I'm not, like, even when I was giving my monologue and everything, I'm not saying that the 76ers are the better team. I'm saying that Boston is the better team. But the Celtics have to close out. They have to close it out. And all I want from the 76ers is for them to make it tough. That's all I want. That's all I have to ask for right now. Sam Cassell, man, I miss Sam Cassell. You guys got him, and he's been doing really well for you guys. So, but we'll see what happens. There's still basketball left to be played, and we'll see what happens on Thursday. Thursday's going to be another long day. All right, so before I let you guys go, I do just want to remind you guys that we are starting our first fundraising stream of the year tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're going to be on all day. We're going to be trying to raise $10,000 in honor of us getting really close to 10,000 subscribers. And we're doing it for my brother Mitchell, of course. And for the Familial Dysautonomia Foundation. My brother passed away from familial dysautonomia back in 2020. It's going to be a long day. We're going to be on for 48 hours, and I really hope to see you guys on, especially just at the beginning or even during the day when we're doing a lot of baseball games. We will also be covering the Sixers during the fundraising stream on Thursday, because there's only one baseball game on Thursday night. So here is the link to that. You guys can certainly go check that out. And yeah, all right. I have to be on here in almost 10 hours. Almost 10 hours, man. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank you all so much for being on here. Congratulations again to the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. Still a lot of work to do. But yeah, we'll see how Game 6 goes. But great win from this team. I love you all, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.